Yeah.
Welcome. Hello.
Welcome to Marital Hate. So we do a live interactive podcast 5 nights a week. It's live and interactive, and you'll make so many friends. The best place to watch is either on Facebook or YouTube, but we can see you guys here. So, Doug. So I'm Stacy, and this is my husband, Doug. We're married, and we do not hate each other.
But we do this podcast, and we should probably really have this thing over in the middle so that we're
sounds like a
kind
good
of
idea.
looking at it.
We're still figuring out, guys.
So we're figuring it out. So welcome.
Oh, you said in the middle, and then you put it there. This is the stand. Use the stand.
That's the stand.
No, use the
All
stand.
right, that's a little better, though.
Is it better?
Yeah, well, we don't know which camera to look
I would
at.
suggest using the stand.
Okay, well, I don't know where to put in the stand.
Put it there and just put the thing on it. Sorry,
Boom.
guys, we have no idea what the fuck we're doing. We've been at this for a year, but we will tell you that we are here to support all of our friends in the LGBTQ community. We
And
will
beyond.
give you free mom hugs and free dad hugs. We are proud. Well, I'm a stepmom. Doug's proud dad of a gay son. And we all have many of the gays. As a matter of fact, some of them may even be here right now. Oh my God. OG lesbian. Tracy is in his house. Tracy's one of our master
And
haters.
we have a
She
ton
comes
of,
night after
ton of
night.
people watching here on the TikTok already.
All brace yourself. I don't know if we're going to make it through TikTok because all of our
Michelle,
TikTok clips
you can't handle.
get shut the fuck down because we say, when I say we, I say inappropriate things. In any case, we have these people that come night after night, and they're the most amazing people that you will ever meet in your life. And if I look behind me right now, is that Hookah Bob? It's
Hookah Bob in the flesh. Everybody.
Bob is in his house. Y'all, Hookah Bob brought us some presents today, and he's got a chair.
He's got a chair. He's going to join us for a chit chat.
I'm not so much with the Delta 8, but tonight I have taken 15 grams of Delta 8 that my friend brought for me today from, are we talking about where they came from? Or should they just reach out to you?
No, they can reach out to you.
All right. So if you want to know more about the Delta 8 gummy that I took tonight, reach out.
We'll reach out. So it's Tracy says the gays love you. And nice surprise. Hi, Hookah Bob. And
I
Cindy
know, right?
Bennett.
How cool is this?
Well, hello, my friends.
So
We're
Cindy
here.
is our little Jeep friend, and Tracy's OG lesbian. So y'all have, we've talked about Hookah Bob ad nauseum on the pod because we love this motherfucker. He, I mean, I'm assuming he fucks some mother. Not really. What do you got that all lined up?
I think we're okay as long as you stay in kind of close.
And then just keep an eye on the.
Yeah, we have a lot of people watching there.
So this is the first time
loving
we've
it
gone
live.
So we went live on TikTok when we did the podcast the other day, but we had never done it before, so we didn't know what the fuck we were doing. I think we were halfway sideways the whole time.
And we hardly know Bob. He just sort of showed up.
Hardly know. Oh, see, look at it. Got all dark.
It's all dark on the TikTok. It looks foreboding though. We look kind of badass.
Oh, the sky.
Yeah, the sky.
The sky's
It's
all
all
purple.
kinds of crazy stuff.
So
Captain Morgan is here.
Oh, look at that
Courtney
already.
is joined over on there.
Cindy
We've got hearts.
says, send me the info, Stacy. Girl, I will do better than that. I will give you a sample. I've got a bunch.
You got to come over though.
And then, yeah, come. Are you
not
around
gonna
right now? You need my
lasagna.
address? You can come meet at the bar. Come meet Hookah Bob. Maybe you can
come jump in the pool.
Maybe you can get an autograph.
Well, Hookah Bob is.
Will you sign autographs?
I'll sign autographs.
You
I
sign
want-
with checks.
You'll sign
Well,
titties. Of course, he'll sign titties.
Yes,
Yeah. I
yes.
think that signing titties is not cheating. Cindy says,
jealous.
"I didn't know Hookah Bob was local. We didn't either. Well, we did, but we didn't know he was.
He's local, but not
he was just
local.
He was gonna come on down and join our happy.
So I don't want to
nonsense.
tell you like the guy's address so you could like go to his house and stalk him because I mean he's a specimen of a man.
Look at
I
him.
could see why you would want
Look
to.
at this.
But he is a Floridian now.
He is
2 weeks.
by way of Ohio.
Welcome to
Tennessee.
Florida.
Thank you.
Friendship
Uh,
for everyone.
Yeah.
Nicole is here. Says, "Hey guys," and Hookah Bob.
I know,
And
right?
then Cindy says she's got no titties to sign. That'll
That's
make it
okay.
easier
That's
to,
okay.
to the penmanship.
You
will
got
be
an
better.
ass? You got an ass? I bet he's like, are you a tit guy or an ass guy?
Tig guy.
Titty?
Yeah.
You'll
Okay.
be happy to know that when we go on the Muck Sticky cruise next month, my titty's gonna be busting out because that's how my husband likes it. Actually,
Titty's gonna be
I had
busted
tried on-
loose. I feel
I-
like busted loose.
I tried on
Yes.
a swimsuit.
Yeah.
And Doug's like, you can't wear that. That's too
Now
much
my wife
for me."
had a swimsuit, and there was side boob, under boob, over boob, other side, but there wasn't covering a lot. So
It was basically like if I took these two little shells. and just-
yeah, then just, it was
my
no good.
little shelly
It
boobies.
was no good.
So Hookah Bob, Cindy also doesn't have an ass.
Oh,
I'm
what
flat
the
as a
hell?
board, front and back. I'm sorry. I did not know she was Asian.
That's crazy racist. This is
No, but that's the thing. These poor, like you don't often see an Asian girl with a big ass.
no when you get to see a Asian with some chesticles. That's a nice.
Okay, so we're always joking around, right? So we met Hookah Bob at a Mucksticky show
We're sorry,
not so
Asian
recently. You
people.
guys
We're
know
just making observations.
we're huge fans. Oh yeah, we love Asians. We love everybody. We love everybody of every color. We met Hookah Bob at the Mucksticky show. Mucksticky is like pretty much our favorite artist, with one exception. But it's
I put out an album and it's got airplay yesterday and today. We'll tell you more about that later. But Mucksticky is fantastic.
We love that motherfucker.
You guys on TikTok probably remember his fuck off sort of trend about a month and a half ago. It was all the rage on TikTok. People were dancing to it.
Okay.
But if you need to tell somebody to fuck off, that's the song.
That's the song. Did you do a short with fuck off?
No, I did not.
Well, I feel like the three of us
I
should do it.
don't sing and I don't dance. I
Yeah,
do tequila. The song
He does tequila.
Yes.
You know, that's
Dude.
the only song
Oh,
I
you
can
have to
play.
drive
Well, I
home.
can play two songs on the saxophone: Tequila and the theme from Andy Griffith.
I'm so confused by the comments, by the
Okay.
way.
So what do we
I
got?
don't have any ass either. I'm flat as a board.
Flat
Flat
as a
back. Blah,
board.
blah, blah. Bah, ha, ha. I finally have kitties and an ass.
She says, "Oops, titties."
Kitties. Well, if you have, listen, ladies, all that matters is that you have a kitty. That's all they care about is the kitty.
Well,
they
no,
like
we
the
kind of
titties.
like a little
They like
everything.
the titties. They like the ass. But at the end
It's
of the
called
day,
the entire package.
I don't know. Sometimes you like to talk afterwards too. So
Yeah, you don't want
When
some,
you get
so
older,
you don't
you
want
gotta
some
have something
dumbass
to talk
broad.
about.
As my buddy's uncle says, what do you want with some smart ass broad? No, you want a smart ass broad because you don't want a dumbass.
so let me ask you a question. Sometimes
I know
you
you say broad
afterwards.
and a lovely.
And I know you're a
lovely,
happily
tense-
married man, and
Mhm.
I know everyone thinks we're swingers. We are not swingers, but but if we had a night together, would you really want to talk after? Or
No,
would you
no,
just
no,
be
not
like,
with the-
"Shut
no,
the
no,
fuck
not
up,
talk with this
Stacey,"
lady.
I would fall asleep.
to the soothing sound of my
There you go.
voice. Doug,
Did I
stop
get the right
falling
answer?
asleep.
That's right,
I
yeah,
don't know.
something.
Yeah.
Well, that means I warn you out. And then Cindy says there is just a shit
Yeah,
ton of boob.
Just was.
That's
yeah.
it, girl. And yeah, but that wasn't nearly as much boob as there is. Like the one that I wore the other day for the record release was, like a reasonable top. But this other one is too much. It's too much. And Tracy says I may need some info on good gummies for pain. I got you. And then Tracy says I like the kitties and the titties.
Oh,
Right?
like a
like
spoken
me.
like a true.
So
Nothing wrong with that.
No,
there's-
it's nothing. Hey,
go.
who doesn't?
Walk out with
Who
your.
doesn't?
We
Whatever.
have freedom of choice in America.
That's
That's
right. So we do this night after night,
God
and
bless the
it's
USA.
it's called marital hate, but we do not hate each other. In fact, we're best friends, and of course, we have a new best friend, and who's like, it was so funny because we were talking about how we've all experienced being disappointed in various humanity, people taking advantage of us because the three of us are people that just give with all of our hearts. We love everybody. We respect everybody, and we're always actually your thing was that we're the underdog.
Yes.
That we all love to support the underdog because we've all been the underdog at some point. So, but we're all kind of realizing like, oh, people take advantage of us, and we need to only partner with the right people. And so we've been talking to you guys about it for months. Not months, like a month. Like ever since we met Hookah Bob, we were like best friends from the jump. He and I have been messaging back and forth. He and Doug have been messaging back and forth. And this morning I'm like, oh my God, I have so much to do. I'm so stressed out. And then I found out Hookah Bob was coming.
Hookah Bob was coming.
And the whole thing just fell away. I'm like, fucking Hookah Bob is coming.
Yeah, what's better than that?
Eating
Really?
tacos with Hookah Bob.
You know what else is great? Is that
eating tacos. Hey, it ain't even Taco Tuesday.
I will say this: that Audrey the redneck has joined us on TikTok.
Shout
So
out to
we
Audrey.
like
the
that,
redneck.
Audrey.
I
There's a
can't
lot
even see.
of
There's all
folks
kinds
over
of
here.
people joining over
Um,
on TikTok.
I'm not exactly sure how we read how many people are, but they're joining. They're not joining. They're joining again.
Well, some people are
people
not going to
liking
say.
it.
You know what? Here's
It's
the
all
thing.
good.
If people comment, we'll interact with their comments.
Yeah.
So if you're over on YouTube or Facebook, you can actually comment and we pull your comments up on screen. So we have people watching on TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Actually, is anybody over on Instagram? Up Nation's family and Rhea's mom are over on Instagram. Well, they were. They're not there right now.
Oh, they came in and they left.
I thought that Kristen's thing was Nation's family 69. I was like, well,
Oh,
let's-
how you doing?
So what Tracy says that's a good day, and Nicole says I spent the afternoon at the river today. Oh my gosh, that sounds awesome. I got pics of eagles and a huge ass turtle.
Huge ass turtle. Send me that.
Doug is obsessed.
I
with
love
Do
turtles.
you have a favorite animal?
No, not really.
Like,
No,
not
never
a
really thought
weird
about it. Never
Obsession
really
with
thought
a
about
certain
it.
animal.
You
No,
should-
Doug
you should
has
have- everybody should have a favorite
weird
animal, and it
obsession.
can't be that cat and dog. You gotta have something interesting.
Really?
Yeah, you got to have something. Like everybody loves dogs. Everybody loves cats, right? Or
That's
most
not
people
true.
like cats. Some
That's not
people don't
true.
like dogs, but it's got to be something interesting, like a hedgehog or like a.
So
A bat.
you like turtles. You feel like
I
a
love
turtle
turtles.
is exotic enough.
Well, there are some exotic ass turtles,
I'm pretty fond of pork myself, so I'd say pig.
like a
A
pig,
pig?
Sure.
Yeah.
like a Hogzilla.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah, Hogzilla would be good.
Long as
Yeah,
they
that's
fit on the
exotic
grill.
enough.
You guys are crazy.
Um,
Tracy says, I love corn snakes.
Oh, corn snakes are pretty cool.
And Nicole says, on it, Doug. And then Sandy says, sea turtle for me. Oh, yeah. The sea turtle. I actually
Sea turtles
told-
are gorgeous.
Do you know that you can actually dive the tank at Epcot? And there's sea turtles and sharks and rays in there. I've done it. You
No.
can do, it's at $276.
I'm like Doug. I don't swim.
We're gonna
Although
have to
if you
get.
have a tank, you
what
don't
do you
need to
guys
swim,
think?
right?
Swimming
All you have to
lessons
get is
for the
back
boys
out.
in the pool, or if
You
they
got to
make
live
me
long
mad,
enough and then get back out.
they're both on wheelie chairs. If they make me mad, they'll get me afterwards. It's you can stand in that pool. It's very shallow. There was some comment. Cindy said Hubs is at work. Otherwise, I'd come out right now. I just clocked out, but fucking kids, LOL. Yeah, we're all.
You could just leave them in the
Happily
car.
empty
You could like
nesters.
show up and just leave them out in the car. It's only 90.
Why are the neighbors' sprinklers on? Sorry, I have ADD. And Doug sent it to your personal.
Oh, Nicole has slid into my DMs.
Whew.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
So
trouble in paradise.
Nicole might be a good brand partner for you, as would be Courtney, but I don't see her.
Yeah,
and
Courtney.
we will see what's next. So, what did everybody do this weekend?
Oh, we know what we did this weekend. We joined these people.
We for a surprise, and
Yeah.
you were there.
Doug Gear Music.
That's right.
Doug Gear Music. Tell them what happened.
Well, I had a song that launched on a local internet radio station, and they put it into. They launched it yesterday and put it into a 2 to 3 times a day rotation for the next 8 weeks, and they're going to see how it does. So we're going to ask everybody to request it on the thing, and I think most everybody I know actually has emailed them today. We heard it personally
Scoot to the left.
twice today on the radio. One time it was followed by Sting, and the other time
Fields of Gold.
Fields of Gold for whatever reason. And then the second time it was followed by Tom Petty's American Girl, which was a little bit more upbeat.
But they think they're matching you up with Tom Barrett.
Yeah, so and actually we were listening to the station today. It was a pretty good.
Is that a soft shell?
That is a soft
It
shell
made me
turtle. I
wanna
didn't know
get
they
up and
had that.
dance.
And
It
made
made
you want to get up
it
and
made me
dance?
want to get up and dance.
that's
Yeah.
right.
So
and,
it's called-
and he doesn't dance.
I don't
So if
dance.
it can make a non-dancer want to dance, it can make you dance. But it was outstanding. We had like a impromptu like listening party on TikTok and on our podcast here.
It looks
And
like
so-
Asian Lexus has chimed in over there. Hey, girl. Go ahead, keep going.
So so it was unbelievable support. We had probably about 30 people watching at any given time, just to hear my song on the radio with us. And then when it came on, Stacy cried.
Yeah, I cry about everything. I'm gonna cry when Hookah Bob leaves because I love him so much. I want him to be our pet that lives in the guest
Well, you
room.
can't.
If Hookah Bob was our
you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell out of here.
No, so it's so funny because we were talking about house guests overlapping. And so Tom's coming tomorrow. And so I was like, oh, Hookah Bob can stay. Well, I'll go to the beach tomorrow. And then we got to kick Hookah Bob out because we promised Tom he could stay. Or Hookah Bob can sleep in between us. Like you could be like our little teddy bear. Okay, so what else do you have for comments? Because there's comments coming in on both screens. Are you willing to do a hilarious speaking
No,
challenge?
we're not. No, because we're not going to speak. We're gonna. I don't know.
The guys have to sit next to each other for a funny challenge.
Yeah.
See,
that sounds like.
we're
That
too
sounds a
far
little bit
into
too much.
pride for Doug to be willing to sit close to another man because we support the gays, but he is not ready to be gay. I keep telling you should try it. I don't think that you can say no to anything that you haven't tried. Are you with Doug on this one?
I'm with Doug on this.
I haven't. I've not eaten.
I don't know. When I met him, he put his arm around me at the bar, though.
Yeah, I did like him.
Well, you are
Yeah.
handsome man.
I did. I do that.
You're quite
No,
a
you
handsome
didn't.
I think I
man.
did that.
Just trying to get you in trouble.
Okay, all right. I didn't remember doing that. All right, so Nicole says yes, a huge soft shell turtle. Now I didn't know they had soft shell turtles in Minnesota. This is news to me.
Did you know that?
Nope.
They have
I
in
did not.
Ohio?
No, I don't think.
I don't know.
Right, me either.
That could be an invasive
Um,
species. You have to go kill that thing. Don't kill it.
Cindy said we were on the
Just nail it down.
motorcycle all weekend. I'm burnt and exhausted. Well, if you look at our little friend Hookah Bob, the bridge of his nose got a
You
little
got a
color
little
today.
sunny today.
I look like a red Smurf.
The red Smurf, Papa Smurf had red pants, I think.
Yeah, they were blue.
Yeah,
but I'm
they
red.
were blue.
So now, how long were you on the bike today?
Today, 5 hours.
And you have a Harley?
Yes,
What? No. So I don't know anything about bikes. So tell me what kind of bike it is.
it's a Ultra Classic, Electric Glide Ultra Classic.
And you were telling, so it's a 2-seater, like front and back, and he does this thing where he like pops in the
I
back.
sit on the back seat. Yes,
With
He
your,
just
with
drove
your
up.
feet up on the highway pegs.
yes,
Boom.
Chilling.
with the cruise on.
What the best surprise that we could. And now, do you just like crank your tunes, or do you Bluetooth it? How do you do it?
I turn the radio up and just let it go.
So now in Florida, we have this stupid law that they can literally pull you over if they can hear your music more than 25 feet from your vehicle.
Really?
I think it's like literally like being used only to target certain people, because I blare music in my Jeep everywhere I go, and everybody on the everybody in Southwest Florida has heard me blaring Doug's music. By the way, Doug Gear, songs 1 through 10. It's available everywhere there's music: Spotify, YouTube, Amazon Music. If you say, "Hey Alexa, play Doug Gear, songs 1 through 10," it'll play that shit. If you say, "Hey Google, play Doug Gear, songs 1 through 10," it'll play that shit. Sorry if it's playing in your house right now and you do one.
Right. It looks like this right here. Look at that.
And so
You
here's
got to
the,
listen to that action right there. I know that's backwards, but you'll figure it out.
here's the thing that's really cool.
Listen to it.
All of Doug's songs can be used as clips on TikTok. So if you want to make a TikTok video and help us out, and maybe we'll come up with some sort of a prize for somebody who makes the best one. And he says it's a game. She has to stand behind you too for 2 minutes. You got all of my Molly Hatchet cassette.
No idea.
Who's
I don't know who they're talking
I
to.
don't know. People are just chatting. Do you have a Molly chat?
Hatchet.
No.
No.
I don't remember
Don't have
having one either. Is it dark out here, or am I losing my mind? No. And then so you were out on the bike.
Mhm.
Cindy says, "Oh, fellow biker," and she says, "Nice Harley, like a Cadillac of the motorcycle world." Is
A
that
rolling couch.
nice?
It's
I
a
love
rolling
it.
couch.
He did. He said
Horsepower
that. He
couch,
said,
yeah.
I was like, "Dude, do you need to put your feet up?" He's like, "I have a rolling couch outside." And she said, "Nothing like wind therapy. Well, all they hear from my Jeep is Muck Sticky laughing my ass off." So
Muck
Cindy,
Sticky.
who wasn't introduced to Muck Sticky through us,
Mhm.
also knows Muck Sticky. So we are the Muck Sticky tribe. All of us here, we love that motherfucker.
So
He's
did
doing great
we
stuff.
explain that we met Hookah Bob
I mentioned it, but
originally
go
at a
digging.
Muck Sticky show?
I'm all over the place today. And Randall's here and he's waving.
What's up,
and
Randall?
Cindy is, well, we've said it every week on the podcast because we love him. Screaming, singing, fuck off, and thingy thing. Oh, 2 of my favorite songs. But I mean, what's your favorite Muck Sticky song?
Bumpin' Uglies.
Oh, I like
Bumpin'
Bumpin' Uglies.
Uglies.
Yeah,
Um,
Bumpin' Uglies is a great tune.
I asked him to put that in his set.
And he did. It was in the set.
Yes.
I love White Trash Superstar is like,
Oh, it's brilliant.
I will be at a traffic light singing and dancing to White Trash Superstar
And
to
people.
the point where people will come up to me and be like, "What are you listening to?" Actually, there was like, if you want to have a hype team, just be dancing in your car. And these 2 beautiful black queens pulled up
They come
beside
up.
me and they were just hyping me up. And I was having the time of my life hanging out with you and Dave, but I'm not gonna lie,
But-
I wanted to go hang out with these
Yeah,
girls.
you
They
were-
were
you were
cool
gonna
as shit. I absolutely
Flip
love
over
them.
for us.
And Steven's here. Oh my
All
god.
right, I have a
Steven
picture
Gerber.
for Steven. So
We have to hear
read
this.
his comment.
Doug, have you ever had a beard like the handsome young man behind you?
I do have
This-
one.
Well, Steven is from Florida, so he could be 300. So
Okay.
Doug is looking for a picture for you right now. Steven, last we talked to you, you were going on a blind date
Oh,
with
yes.
somebody
Please,
you hadn't
please
met.
update that.
What happened with your blind date? We've been sitting by the phone wondering where you are. And Randall's here. He says, "Hey, I'm here, but I'm not here, but I'm good." You okay, baby? Okay. We're thinking about you always. And actually Randall's Randall's grandmother just passed, and then our friend JoJo's grandfather-in-law just passed. So they're scrambling to deal with that. And of course, she lives in Tennessee, doesn't know anybody there, and she's like, she has all these plants. She's a
Wow.
gardener, so she's like, "Who am I?" And I'm like, "I wonder if Hookah Bob knows anybody." So y'all, we have got to come together and support each other as best we can. It's all about making a tribe of people that are like-minded, that are kind and compassionate and genuine. And I listen, I'd like to think I'm genuine. I'd like to think Doug's genuine. Doesn't get more genuine than this guy.
This
right
guy
now.
is
I'm
for real.
Dude,
All right, so Steven, to answer your question, Steven said we can't talk
That's
about
what
his
you're
blind date right now because she may watch the show.
I doubt it.
If she's blind, she's not watching shit.
Oh, we have some shout
She
outs.
can listen to it.
That's right. You can listen to it all you want. All right, so here's my
Randy Grail.
Here-
Braille? Do they have Braille
The
screens yet?
Braille thing. All right, so here is when Doug had the hookah bob beard right here.
That's not a hookah bob beard. That's
Well,
like
it's
training
something.
wheels for a hookah bob beard
All
one
right,
day
well,
when you grow up.
Okay, well, it's
That's
something.
you, Doug?
Yeah, that was me. Yeah, that was
Wow.
me. That was me with the beard.
That didn't
That was COVID beard. I also had
Courtney's here while Doug pulls up his many beard pictures. I was a beard for a while there. Courtney says, "Hey, beautiful,"
You were not
in Douglas and Santa. Am I on the naughty list? This is our friend Hookah Bob, who you've heard us talk so much about.
My
We
friend
love,
said
love,
7
love
years.
him. He actually would be an amazing brand partner for you. We'll talk more about that. So Hookah Bob that we met at our Muck Sticky show recently. Love this motherfucker. And Steven says, nice. I like the beard. What's going on with
all right, so we have
Doug's
slacking
over here,
Mary
showing
Johnson.
pictures.
Not much has happened since the Molly Hatchet cassette. I don't
and
know
can you
what
see
that
how
was
many
all
people
about.
are watching?
No, I don't.
No one is watching.
Nobody's
We
watching
suck
now,
at
but they'll
TikTok
come back.
Live.
It's
They'll be
the
back.
first time. Second time.
Second time,
Yeah,
but you
yeah.
know, I didn't do a description or hashtags or anything, so that probably isn't helping.
I
But-
didn't share it. That's the problem.
Well, there's that too. We're just doing our thing. We're just being. Oh, I can share it too. Hang on.
No, but there's people coming and going.
Oh, and
It's-
somebody's
it's
at the
good.
door. Is somebody at the door?
I went out earlier.
Oh, that
I
might be
might have
why.
done that.
Oh,
So-
this was when Doug thought he was going to be a cop.
I
Yeah,
was
so-
just going to
So,
say the
so
same
I
thing.
went
you look like
I
a
went from
cop?
the beard to this beauty right here. I don't know if you can, look at that. I went from the beard to that.
He looks
and,
like, what was that show? Reno 911?
It's kind of Reno 911. It's also kind of village
Oh,
people.
sorry,
It's
Doug.
very
I love it.
it's very
No, it's true.
strange. It's very village
Mm.
people. I don't know what is going on.
You have to watch that camera too.
Yeah, no, I'm watching both.
Will you keep cutting off?
Well,
the
I
tail?
have to go in over here to use the computer. Why don't
Well,
you calm your tits, titty.
okay. My tits have never been calm ever since.
That's why I
so
married
we
her,
wanted
folks.
to ask you guys what you did this weekend and how was your weekend and how are you today? How was your? Because most people like they get up on Mondays and they're like, oh fuck Monday. Weekend, you were exhausted.
I rested from a long ride through 4 states.
Nice.
Well, and it's funny because if you're in New England and you ride through 4 states, it's like no big deal, right? But down here, our states are a little bit bigger.
Yeah,
They're a little bigger and a
Alabama,
A lot flatter. At least Florida's
Kentucky, and Georgia.
nice.
Even Georgia is
Georgia's a big state.
gigantic.
Mhm.
Because our Tracy lives in where's Tracy live? I forget.
Reeves Gabrel, Georgia.
I love Reeves Cabral. Reeves Cabral, Georgia, and I have
Hey.
my friend Kristen lives in another part of Georgia. Mike
I-
Worski
Reeves
joined and left over on TikTok. Hey, we had a bunch of people. I'm going to pull up these these comments, but if you could tell us all the people we're supposed to say hi to that we met today. Cindy Bennett say are pretty much fuck off Monday. I don't want to work today. What is that?
That's Reeves Gabrel.
I hate when you do that. Steven says, here's a question. Did you feel like you had a different personality when you had the beard, Doug? I'm growing a beard myself and I feel like an imposter of myself.
Yeah, it was weird. I actually, since it came in all gray and stuff, it felt like I was in the Civil War, like I was an old Civil War veteran, like from probably not the right side. And I just felt like it's just so weird. Didn't even look like me. I look in the mirror, it didn't look
Actually,
like me.
our friend Andrea said that you look like a Civil
Oh,
War
yeah, it
general.
was
She was like,
weird.
you look like a Civil War
But I had like
general.
these 2 black stripes and the rest was white. It was very strange.
All right, so tell me this.
Joanne is here from Costco, who was
We were just about to say hi to you.
Was our fantastic friend.
Joanne, she's adorable. Joanne, this is our friend Hookah Bob. We love this guy almost as we much. I don't know.
And guess who ate those Costco tacos? Us.
We
Yeah,
had
dinner.
a taco party. Thank you for making the most delicious tacos. Hookah Bob, how
Yes.
long have you had your beard?
I had it for about 6 months, but I went and got it trimmed,
Yeah.
and the lady cut about 4 inches off of it.
Oh.
Needless to say, she almost,
Met her demise.
yeah,
Okay, so how long have you had it now?
about 4 months.
Oh,
Nice.
that grew back in 4 months?
Yeah.
Well, one of the pictures you were showing.
What is
me,
your
yeah, I
secret?
didn't have as much.
How do you
We
grow
have
so much
we
hair?
have we have 7 people over on the TikTok. We've got Lou has joined, Gladys has joined, Shownuff has joined. What's up?
We do
Shownuff?
a live interactive podcast 5 nights a week called Marital Hate. We're married. We don't hate each other.
Ray
We're
Condon?
not a thruple.
No,
Although,
he's just our
if I
friend.
was going to be in a thruple,
But look at
Hookah
this
Bob
hunk of
would be the
man
guy.
right here.
this is our pal Hookah Bob. We met him at a Muck Sticky show. If you don't know Muck Sticky, check him out on TikTok. We love him. He's amazing. Give Hookah Bob a follow on TikTok. He's our pal.
Metamorphism from TikTok said it's so cute that you stream with your grandpa. This is no grandpa. This is Hookah Bob. Like probably the hippest guy we know.
He's way cooler than us.
He's down with the sickness.
Tell me all the concerts you've been to in the last month.
In the last month?
Can you remember that?
Only
many?
2. In the last month, Muck Sticky,
Bonsai, we were there.
and Vern Daso on the Burning Breeze.
The Burning Breeze.
Yes.
Yeah, that was the one you were at the other night.
It's like Moses.
Yeah,
Moses
Georgia.
and the Burning
Yeah.
Bush.
That was up in Georgia.
They are from the east coast of Florida.
Nice. Well,
But I saw them in Jasper, Georgia.
oh, that's so funny.
Mhm.
We also saw Muck Sticky with Bonsai, but open for them was Rhythm Inya, and we
Rhythm
love
Inyas are
those
good.
guys. So so this podcast is live and interactive, 5 nights a week. Everybody who watches the podcast has become friends with one another. Over on on YouTube, Anne's commenting and she says, "Hello, all." Anne has been with us like
Cindy's over on TikTok now.
from the beginning.
I can't keep these people
They're
straight.
they're all over the place. Anne was our very first guest, and you're our most recent guest. So y'all should be friends. And then Cheryl's here. Hello, beautiful people. Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Go Bills. By the way, I don't care about football.
Oh no. You care about it.
Do you have a
care
football
about-
team?
No.
That's
I
good.
used to, but
Before the whole thing.
yes.
Yep.
I was a Cleveland Browns fan. Don't hit me.
That's all right.
Hey, Garfield.
Stephen Gerber says, "Is Joanne single?" That tells you all about my date. LOL.
There's no way Joanne
She
can be
is
single.
happily.
Yeah,
She
there's
is
no way she
happily
can be single.
married, and everybody, just please keep Joanne's family in your prayers. Just they just had a death in the family. Everybody's got people.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so who all do we need to say hi today? Of course, we knew Joanne. She was going to come in from Costco. Who is the guy you met at Costco today?
The guy.
Didn't you get a guy?
Oh, Tom.
Doug's like giving out his phone number to dudes.
No, I wasn't giving my phone number out to
He
dude.
wasn't wearing that shirt, so that
No, it was the guy that he looked exactly like Michael J. Fox.
No, that's okay. So there's Tony,
That was Tom.
There's Tony, Tom,
and
and Shell that
Yep.
sell air conditioning, water filters, and generators. And then there was a guy that you met in the store, and he had the tattoos T-shirt.
I think Jeff.
And then who are the 2 ladies that we met? We give out Jeep ducks at traffic lights.
Oh, okay.
Normal people
Amanda-
go and put on
Amanda
the
and
car.
Kathy-
Yeah, we're
I
like
used to have a Jeep
Yeah,
a long time ago.
they open their window and we throw it in.
Amanda and Kathy were in the Jeep. We threw them a duck.
Was that a yellow Jeep? I forget.
It was like a yellow, almost Tonka truck color.
It was beautiful.
Do you color match the ducks to the Jeep?
No. We have our
No.
flamingo ducks. is what we
okay.
have. So
They're
we,
they're
yeah.
all over the house. I don't know.
and
how
we gave
got
out
that
some
one.
stickers. And Joanna's here tonight. Joe says, "Hey fellas," and Al Tootie says, "Can you all please be quiet?" Well, that would defeat the purpose of talking with our people.
Turn the volume down.
Yeah, just turn the volume down. We'll sign language
Just
to
ignore
you.
everything I say, like my husband.
We'll sign language to you.
So I do have a few little hashtags. By the way, I took a
Hashtags.
15 milligram Delta 8 gummy. I've never
Uh-oh.
taken Delta 8 before. I normally take full extract cannabis oil before I go to bed. This could go very, very well or very, very bad, but I'm starting to feel it.
Well, we might need some people on standby.
You know what that is?
No, that's a car.
That's a lightning alarm.
No, that lightning
is the
alarm is shorter than that.
I disagree with you. In any case, our
It's an air raid
hashtags,
siren from the Cuban Missile Crisis. left over.
hashtags tonight. I don't know why, but first,
You look at the Cuban Missile. You know what that Cuban Missile Crisis is. You think that's a ska band from the 90s?
Hookah Bob is cooler than you and I will ever be. He's
No.
up on all the cool stuff. You've named like 20 bands. I'm like, you don't understand Hookah Bob. I never leave the house. I left the house. I met you. That's all I need. I met Doug many, many moons ago. I
Yeah.
keep him for my sexual needs.
All right.
Hookah Bob, I keep for conversation because he's married. Otherwise, I might feel different.
She has backup husbands.
I
Everybody.
do have
She
backup
just-
husbands,
yeah.
but he's married. I can't have.
Work
Yeah.
husbands.
Oh yeah, well,
Work
except I'm an
husbands.
unemployed
Yeah,
pothead.
yeah.
Doug, you need to find a work wife then. There you go. See?
You're his work wife.
Okay.
Actually, I think you're his work wife and my work husband. How's that work?
You got a pretty mouth. Bob. That's what you do.
Okay, so some of
The
the
carpets do match the drapes.
Oh,
you have.
hope
wait,
there's
that's
not
so
that much
retro.
drapes.
Do you have?
That'd
You
be
have,
TMI? Is that
you
TMI?
have like a runner,
I don't know what I
like a
have.
welcome mat.
welcome back.
Welcome.
Wait,
Yeah.
Hookah Bob. Okay, Oh my God, you're gonna kill me for saying this, but I have this like fantasy that you got this like Bob Ross level afro going on, and it's white. Please tell me that's the case.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. Here we
I
go.
don't ruin
my
people's
God, I'm-
fantasies. I
I'm
mean, you
going
know.
straight to hell. I'm going straight to hell. What do we have here?
Live restricted to some audience. We don't know what the hell's going on over there.
Because we say
Matthew Colvin,
inappropriate
hey,
things.
hey, in Davenport, Florida. Not
We
not
talked
Orlando.
about that.
Davenport. Davenport is a lovely area. We
Yeah,
looked at
okay.
some houses there.
Yeah, our life should be restricted for all
Yeah.
audiences because we're going to
Yeah,
talk about some
we're
inappropriate
talking about
stuff. So
some-
far, we've
some
covered
crazy
drugs and
crap.
sex.
Folks, I need to get out of here.
Are you going to be okay
All right,
driving in this?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
So, yeah, you just made my face. I made a face.
You did make a
The
face?
face, like the
Well, Hookah Bob
humiliated
needs
face.
to get going. So
I
I'm
can
gonna
walk out. I can
No,
let
yeah,
myself
no,
out. You
no,
guys,
no,
no,
Yo,
you
give us
guys
a
go
second
ahead.
hug. Let me give you a hug.
Okay.
And then,
Can I hug Doug too?
yes, you can.
Okay.
I love you.
SeaWorld tomorrow for
Thank you so
Matthew,
much.
and then heading home.
Give him a hug.
Hey, come on.
Bring it. Bring it.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
the hookah. It's the
All
hookah
right.
man.
Walk him out. I'll
I
talk
want
to them
my-
real quick.
That's okay.
No. Doug will walk out. Okay, so you guys.
Um,
Oh, SeaWorld tomorrow. Next
Yeah,
day,
look at
heading
Matthew
home and
doing
dropping
all
by
that.
Bob's house on my way home. Did you know that Matthew's coming to see you tomorrow?
Oh, he is?
Not tomorrow, the next day. He
Oh, the
said
next
SeaWorld tomorrow. Next day, headed home and
Come on
stopping
by,
by to see
Matthew.
Hookah Bob. Yeah. And then Cindy says if he's on a bike, yes, he needs to roll. Give him another water for the road. So and then of course Matthew says, love you, Bob. Dude, how can you not love that guy? He's so cool. And Cindy says storms running in, they're gonna be nasty. Tracy says night Hookah Bob, and he says, shit, I miss you. And he says he hasn't checked his phone. Well, he's getting his bag right now. He's getting his bag and heading out the door right now. So yeah, that's that. So y'all, we have been scrambling today and over the weekend. That song release was such a big deal for us. Again, check it out on whatever social you happen to be on. But if you're on TikTok, you can make a video with it. Smiles Like the Sun is actually in radio rotation right now. It's on us41.com if you want to request it. That would be great. And of course, we didn't do a lot of anything. I don't think Hookah Bob should go home. You guys, it's fucking lightning. I just saw fucking lightning. Hookah Bob should live with us. Sorry. Dude, you guys, sorry about that. There's like literally lightning. I just saw it over there. The sky is grumbling, and Hookah Bob's about to get on his motorcycle for a 3-hour ride. I think Hookah Bob should live with us. He could be like a pet that lives in the guest room, and we give him tacos as snacks that we buy from Joanna. And then Cindy says, y'all read or see anything on TikTok? I can see a little bit. Joe is laughing. But we're still figuring out the TikTok of it all. And it looks like there's only 2 people there. And I'm a little worried that my friend's going to get electrocuted on his motorcycle on the way home. And then she says, TikTok live. And he says, I'm rewinding to watch Bob again. Yeah, you should totally watch Bob. He was awesome. But we just had like a good little chat. We were definitely not prepared for class tonight. So we do have our hashtags, which we always do. Apparently, Cyndi Lauper is going to do a farewell tour. I've never seen her live. Think she's incredibly talented, but like most celebrities, she pisses me off with her pharma endorsements and maybe with the politics. So like, can't we all just get along and be chill and not support evil things that are coming to harm us all? I don't know. And then Cindy says he is a real biker. As long as he isn't going south or west, I hope he's heading north. He is in fact heading north. I can't tell you where because I don't know if he wants the whole world to know where he lives, but he is. It's just that I meant east, not west. I don't know my directions. He's heading due north. So he should be okay. So what do you guys think about Cyndi Lauper final tour? Does anybody want to go see it? Does it sound like a good time? I don't know. And then of course we have Dior Cruise 2025. So apparently there's going to be like a Christian Dior cruise. Fashion labels, cruise. These are 2 things I don't give a fuck about. I have no interest in. I won't be doing that. But apparently some people are into that. And then Matthew says, gone Trump. And he says, bring Bob back. Do you see the lightning out there? I can't bring Bob back. Can't bring Bob back because of the lightning, because he has to go home because he doesn't want to die. And I don't know how I managed to get left alone with this. And I'm not that baked. And usually I'm baked and I get rambling on and on about the things. We've also got Rod Stewart is trending. I didn't know that you could trend when you were that old, but here we are. Doug trends, Hookah Bob trends. They're old. They're really not. Doug is really, really, really old. Hookah Bob, not so much. Tracy says Cyndi Lauper opened for Cher and she was amazing. Brought me right back to the 80s. You will not regret it. Oh, I'm not going to see her. I can't afford. What does a Cyndi Lauper ticket even go for? Like, all these concerts have gotten so crazy expensive. I don't think anybody can afford to go anymore. And I would look it up for you, but then I wouldn't be talking. And why aren't you talking? So for those of you who have been paying attention or not paying attention, on Sunday, Doug's song went live and I cried like a bitch. It was played on the radio. And so my husband, if you've never watched a podcast before, or if you're new here, I have a chronic illness. I've been sick for over 10 years and Doug's been my constant caregiver. He does all the cooking, he does all the cleaning, he does everything. And at one point it was so bad that I couldn't dress myself or even shower I couldn't feed myself. I couldn't dress myself. I couldn't shower. Doug had to do everything himself. And of course, he was a musician. In 1981, he put out his first album and toured locally, was on TV, the whole Michigas with his band, The Performers, with his best friend Buzz, still his best friend, and his brother Steve. And so, he raised his children. Wesley Nolan, they've been on the podcast a million times. You will love them. He raised his kids, but then they, then he was focused on taking care of me, and his music always took a back seat. And so his nagging bitch wife, yes, for all of you who have written in to talk about what a bitch I am, his nagging bitch wife hounded him until the album came out.
Why
hey, baby.
Are you complaining about my nagging bitch wife?
I was actually explaining that your nagging bitch wife is why the record happened. Is he going to be okay getting home?
Yeah.
Cindy says he's fine.
The weather's going that way. He's going that way.
All right, so he'll be okay. Good. I absolutely love him so much.
He's the best.
You guys would not believe how much stuff he brought us. As a matter of fact, I have an adults only gift that I'm going to raffle off tonight, or I'm gonna put all the names.
Adults only.
All the names of anybody who is I don't know the best way to do this because I want to include the TikTok people, but if you send a message to maritalhate@gmail.com and you are over 18, I'm going to need you to prove that. I'm going to send you a present from Hookah Bob. I don't know if I can even show you what it is. Can you go grab one for me?
No, I don't think you can show it. You can talk about it.
It's a water bottle. I'm going to go get one of my water bottles from the other room. And death is only accomplished after life. You raise a valid point. What was that?
That was you starting up his car.
And then Tracy said, I'm so proud of you both for Stacy being a great nag and for Doug just doing it because it is amazing. I think it's pretty fucking great. And I've been nagging. Okay. So I want you to tell them a little bit about, what's happening with US 41, what it is, and while I go grab something.
US 41 is I believe it's local Southwest Florida. I don't know what's going on with my hair. This I'm just seeing myself for the first time. US41.com radio.com is a local internet radio station. We've been listening to it all day. It's fantastic. Kind of commercial free, but there are kind of some PSAs in there and kind of hey, brought to you by such and such guitar company or whatever. But a lot of classic rock, a lot of 80s, a lot of the local bands. And I always appreciate it when somebody's putting effort into the local bands, which is fantastic because I am one of them.
So Hookah Bob brought me these water bottles that you put your ice in, and it keeps you put your ice inside and you can drink your water.
It's not water, but.
And it has a little thing inside that's made of glass, and you can drink it through a straw.
You put your,
and you can put your tea leaves.
Hang on, I think you could probably show.
You put your tea leaves in there.
You put your tea leaves in here in this little thing. Hang on, it's a glass. It's a glass teacup.
You put your tea in there, and if you want to drink some tea, So Hookah Bob sent me.
And if you want to heat the tea.
You can put it hot, whatever you want to do. But Hookah Bob brought us a few of these, and we would love to gift.
We would love somebody to
a follower tonight. So if you are interested in having
ice in there,
water bottle sent to you from Marital Hate and Hookah Bob, I would tell you to send me an email at maritalhate@gmail.com, and we will draw a name and somebody will get this motherfucker. Okay. So we weren't super prepared for the podcast.
We weren't, no, because we had a lot of stuff going on today.
And
But
I'm super
I was
nauseous.
just telling everybody about US 41 Radio. We heard my song twice today. It was fantastic. They played a lot of the other local bands, and believe me, to have any kind of radio airplay at all is
But it's
is-
technically
is
internet
really-
radio.
It's internet radio.
So is that
Yeah,
not
but you
real
can play it on
radio?
any device in your house. You can play it on your phone. You can do whatever you need to, and they have a request line, and it seems to be I don't know, it's just fantastic. Like when back in the day in the 80s when my band was playing, we had college radio stations. We still have college radio stations today, but the internet has really been able to, you can record and just send it out, and there it is. I mean, I just emailed this guy my track last week.
Boom, it's on.
And we had the most amazing group of people turn out yesterday for the radio premiere. We did it live in the pool.
It was awesome.
Just unbelievably touched by everybody's support and all that. And so we'll have to put up the request line. You can go to
So you can go to us41radio.com and you can just request right on the radio. Just
right on the
request
page. If you
Smiles
scroll
like
down
the
to
sun.
the right,
Smiles like the sun. Smiles like the sun.
so like,
And
who is
then-
this handsome guy that's playing this beautiful music?
And Courtney says, I'm back again. I
She's-
imagine
she's-
that was cunt goblins at
Wow.
your bits. We're
Is
cunt
she-
goblins running after your bits again. That's what we call her children.
She's her back. She's her friend Holly has joined on that. I don't.
Hey, girl.
Yeah.
Oh,
welcome.
Joe
Now
is
there's no-
joking with us.
Joe is
That's okay.
joking.
I don't know what he said, but I'm
It's
glad you're
joking,
joking.
Joe. But you know what the thing is? I found out on the TikTok, people, like, nobody's watching right now on the TikTok, but they'll come in and they'll make a complaint about how bad it is, but then they'll hang around for another 5-10 minutes.
Well, they want to
and
see
then
if we
go.
engage with them.
So
I don't know. What I do know is that right now, Marital Hate is live on TikTok.
we're live.
And I am trying to figure out how to share it.
Yeah, and right now that
I
crazy
don't know.
hippie chick has joined.
Yeah, that's me. Well,
Yeah.
she's going to continue to watch because that crazy hippie chick finds this podcast to be delightful.
Hmm.
I feel bad that we're not super on top of things tonight, but here we go. Redneck Genius 72 was over on Instagram, but we missed that motherfucker.
Yeah.
And then we had
Redneck Audrey.
Ed
was over.
Hardy was trending
What's up with that.
trending on Twitter. And this is the thing that's killing me about Twitter, about the news, whatever. You want to get actual
Dumbass.
facts in today's world? Good luck. My best bet is Hookah Bob. That's it. Hookah Bob seems,
He will know what's going on in
seems
the world.
sage and
Yeah.
wise, and I love the motherfucker. I don't know if I should call him a motherfucker. He's like
He's
like
an
a
older
nice,
dude.
He's a what?
He's an older dude. is
He's
what he
not
is.
that much older than you.
No,
like
he's not. He's
2
really
years
not.
older than you. So stop saying the older dude. I'm saying that he's nice. He's a nice guy. He always has such good manners.
And he's
hardly
got positive
curses.
vibes.
He
is
has
what does.
positive vibes. I don't know if it's appropriate to call him a motherfucker,
Hmm.
but here we are. What?
So you guys that have joined you might see some lightning in the background.
There was lightning already. That's
Yeah.
why I was worried about Hookah Bob getting on his bike. It's really freaking me out. So is Ed Hardy like making a comeback?
Everything makes a comeback eventually.
Ed Hardy?
Well, even me.
Do you remember the Ed Hardy t-shirts everybody was wearing?
Yeah,
that
they
looked
were
like old school
horrible.
tattoos.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you wear an Ed Hardy
I never
t-shirt?
had
I never had one. I feel like our friend Brent would wear Ed Hardy
Oh, back in
and
the
like
day,
Affliction
definitely.
and stuff. He probably has.
Probably,
Affliction
definitely.
shirt.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god. He's
And
like,
I love
"Girls."
the fact that the people are still
He's
wearing them
actually-
and not ironically.
It's actually funny because he's actually away on vacation right now
Yeah.
or on a work trip.
Yeah.
And his wife is home and he likes to stay up later. So you never know. He might be watching the pod.
He could be watching.
Yeah. So apparently Fashion Nova has some Ed Hardy Virgin Mary pics right now. And they're actually kind of cute.
Yeah, they are
I'm not
kinda
gonna
cool.
lie. I'm not gonna lie. I would maybe wear this Ed Hardy. It's these looks are actually really super cute. I don't listen, this crop top fat girl thing, like you girls that want to rock that shit out, good for you. It's just not where I'm at in my life. But I don't know. I think all these girls look amazing. And I guess everybody's been talking about this brand. What is it called again? Virgin Mary
Hardy.
Pieces. No, not Ed Hardy. There's
Virgin
another
Mary.
brand. Not Ed Hardy, not Virgin Mary. There's another brand everybody's been talking about. It's supposed to be all these comfortable clothes, but in any case, they look really good. And I'm wondering where you can buy them because they're cute as hell. But yeah, all the Ed Hardy stuff, maybe it's coming back.
You don't know?
We had the Ed Hardy sangria. It was actually okay.
Did we really
for
have it?
pre-made. Yeah,
I don't remember that.
So I don't know. Now you know. Hookah Bob is a good one to look up to. I think so. He's just a good guy.
And she says she liked the tattoo.
I know, right?
Old school tattoos are cool.
Yeah, I really want. So I have an old school tattoo on my left foot. I don't know if I can. Traditional.
There you go.
There's my foot. For you foot finish
There's
people,
my foot.
whack it off. Here the whole time.
Sorry,
so-
we're back.
No,
We're
I don't
back.
think we cut out. I think
Oh.
you cut out.
Okay, sorry.
And Tracy says, "Oh, I kind of like the design. I'm with you on the crop top. Not my style. After losing all that weight, I look like a deflated balloon. Girl, I have a fupa.
Yeah, but
Like, I could, like-
Tracy looks great.
It's like an overhang. You see that? It's an
No,
overhang.
cut it out.
It's like an awning for my husband when he eats my
no, cut it. No,
snacks. When he has
Just-
snacks,
no,
it's like
just
an
no.
awning to keep him
do
dry.
not
No, what?
do not talk badly to yourself.
I have a fupa.
I don't. Yeah, no, you are a beautiful woman.
I am a beautiful woman with a fupa.
All right, you're delightful.
Thank you.
Don't.
So I
don't
like
knock
to
yourself.
provide my husband like a little awning. So when he's down there, he is covered up and stuff. And then she says, no, it cut out. Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, cut out. We know it cut out.
I have a fupa also, rocket. So mine's not even just a fupa, it's an apron belly. Girls, I don't know how to dress that shit. If you know how to dress an apron belly, please let me know because I have no ever-loving clue.
Mm.
What are you looking at,
I
baby?
don't know, we're down. It says we're down to 2 people, but I think we have. Oh, you have 25.
25,
already,
but
so, yeah.
that's why I'm saying I don't know what.
Yeah, I
what
don't know
you're
what's
talking
going on. Yeah.
Oh, it cut out on the video for a
Yeah, it
second
cut
on that
out.
end,
Yeah,
but we
yeah.
didn't lose our viewers. You're just going to pick them up back
Yeah,
on your
we'll
end.
come back.
So the other thing that's hashtagging is newspaper, which and I know like does anybody like
I'm old school. I like reading newspaper, but I have not read a newspaper in ages. I have
like to
used
do
I
it.
have used the crossword though. Like I do.
he
like,
likes an
yeah.
analog crossword, which for you boys and girls, that's a crossword that you use a pen for instead of like your iPad. A crossword is the thing with all the letters in it. So the problem we're having, and we were discussing this today with Hookah Bob, is that it's really hard to find reliable sources like anywhere. If you want to find information, like last week, I wanted to find information about the Stormy Daniels trial, and everything I pull up was an opinion piece. And it's like, I just want the facts. Can I just get the facts? If y'all can tell me somewhere where I can go to get just the facts and only the facts for news, I would really appreciate
See,
it.
now I was the opposite. I wanted to go straight for the Stormy Daniels porn, and there was
You
plenty.
can go straight to I support porn. That's honest. I just don't
It's honest.
I don't support the news having these crazy ass stories.
No, it's yeah.
Then we have
There's room for editorials and opinion, but that should not be every Tom, Dick, and Harry. That should be a source of actual news. Dan the Man has joined us. What's up, Dan the Man?
I don't even know what to say about this.
Uh-oh. Something with the Pope.
So I was just like scrolling to find out what the fuck. Why did I hashtag newspaper? Because I was scrambling to do this. Our whole day has just been, it just went crazy. We got up with certain plans for the day, and those plans did not occur. We plan, and God laughs. So apparently Pope Francis said there's too much, and I quote,
Frogacine.
offensive term towards gays while telling Italian bishops not to admit gay seminarians. The Pope allegedly referred to them as frocasine, which translates as a very offensive word, which is a burning bundle of sticks. And then also poofs is also what he referred to them. So yeah,
that's God being mad at that.
Yeah, I don't think he appreciates that. I really don't think he appreciates that at all. So in any case, I have no idea why newspapers clip trending, because so many people are they just glom onto the trends, much like we do. We have no idea what the fuck they're ever talking about.
I don't know.
Yeah, Trace says, wow. And she said, I just read the obituaries. I have the apron belly. I just tuck that shit in. Get it, girl. And she says, wow. And then Donna says they are closet cases. Girl, you are so right. I don't know. My thing is like, we talked about this a million times, and I hate to talk about the same thing over and over again, but I just feel like it's important because it's Pride. is I don't want to live in a world where we need pride. Like I don't want that to be a thing. But and Becca's over on, what do you call it?
Hey, Becca.
But here we are in a world where there's a lot of hate. And I have this amazing son. I have so many amazing stepson. I have so many amazing friends within the community, and they just want to be themselves. They just want to like live, laugh, love, do their fucking thing. But then we've got people saying shitty things about the community. So we weren't really planning on doing anything special for Pride. And now we're wearing our free mom hugs and free dad hugs all month long. We're giving away a nice Pride water bottle.
Yeah, this water bottle.
Becca,
Becca, you can watch us over on Facebook or on YouTube. If you go to
Yep.
Marital Hate YouTube, you can go over there and comment. And
Is that
it'll come
our
up on the screen.
Becca
I
from?
believe so.
Hey
She
girl,
says, hey guys.
you are about to pop if I am not
Uh-oh.
mistaken. So young Becca is over on TikTok, and we have known Becca since she was this big. She's just short. She was like 16
I
when we met
remember
her.
being that short.
In any case, she has a baby on the way.
Baby
It's
coming.
first.
We had
First
a
baby.
baby 2 weeks ago, and now a baby now.
Who's 2 weeks
Yeah,
ago
we
was
had
Kristen.
the
That wasn't
little
2 weeks ago. Wasn't the baby like Friday?
Maybe it was last week. Yeah.
So babies everywhere. It's springtime, y'all. Yeah.
What you been
So,
doing?
I think that so yeah, YouTube or Facebook, and it's interactive and live. So we do this Monday through Friday, and it usually gets crazy. We're not super prepared tonight because our day got away from us, and my laptop is going to die. But there's that. But I would argue that it's really easy to get mad at people for being hateful and ugly. But like, rather than get mad at them, which only hurts you, take a breath. And wish them peace, love, and happiness, and go on with your fucking day. If you let them bother you, they win. And like, nobody is hateful because they're happy. By the way, house is wide open. Nobody is hateful because they're happy. They're hateful because they're miserable. Be happy. That's going to piss them off even more. I don't know if you realize this, but gay many, many moons ago used to mean happy. So like, that's the whole point of being the gay, is you can be happy all the time. Well, plus I think if you have double wardrobe, it inherently makes you happy.
How can you be happy without getting the dick?
Some of them get a lot of dick. Some of them get enough dick for everybody. And I'm telling you, what these lesbians are bringing, they ain't fucking around.
Oh,
And
no, they got
I'm
some
telling
skills.
you. Okay, so if you guys do not go on TikTok, go on TikTok. We could die.
That is God.
I'm so worried about.
That's God's.
Can you just text him and tell him he can come back if he wants to? And he can
He
stay?
said he's good. He said he was good. I looked at the radar, and everything was to the south of us, so I think we should be all right.
I don't know. That's making me nervous.
Yeah, it's
but
all like right here.
I will tell you, if you go on TikTok, there's all these women that are like laying thirst traps down, lesbian thirst traps. They're like, I'm gonna take you to dinner and rub your feet, and I'm gonna pay all the bills, and I'm gonna fix things. And I'm like, sorry, Doug, I gotta go.
Nice.
I don't know that any. First of all, and it was funny because at Costco today, I was joking with you. I went up to smack Doug.
Oh
on the
yeah,
ass.
this is really funny.
Can you show them your butt?
I have no butt. No, I'm
There's
not going to
nothing.
show the butt.
His legs
It's-
meet at the top like this.
It's like two pencils and a potato. There's no butt.
He
There's
has no
nothing.
butt. So I walk up to smack him in the butt. He has no butt. And so the girl at Costco, Joanna, so sweet, such a beautiful young woman and just delightful. And she was like, damn, she's rude. And I'm like, are there any
Like,
like,
I was felt
hot
bad
guys
for him.
around here? And I'm like, oh, he's a snack. And she's just like, because people have no idea that we're fucking kidding.
No, they don't know we're kidding, and they don't know our brand of humor. But you guys do.
Let me ask
Night
you,
after night.
do y'all think that there's a circumstance other than my backup husbands? Thank you all for your support, by the way. Do you think that there's a chance in hell when I'm leaving my husband?
Mm.
He made me deviled eggs for breakfast today.
With goat
Deviled
cheese.
eggs
Goat
with
cheese.
goat cheese.
MF.
What is anybody else going to possibly bring to the table? Now, if one of these lesbians comes in hot with some deviled eggs,
Well, you never know, because
Could be
they
over.
probably have some sort of secret.
they probably have deviled eggs. Oh, that's what the Pope would say. He would say their eggs are devils.
So
Those
she says
lesbians.
SpongeBob SquareButt is what she calls back. That's me. That is me.
No, Doug does not have a square butt. He has nothing.
Just
Nothing.
It's not
If-
square.
If he went
It's
for
not.
a
It's a sheet of
colonoscopy,
paper.
if he went for a colonoscopy, they could shorten the hose by 6 inches because he has no ass. He could just right up there. And then
She says
Trey
never.
says
We're never gonna.
no,
Never
maybe a
gonna
lady.
give you up.
Never
Never gonna
gonna let
say
you-
goodbye. Never gonna turn around and hurt you.
We were not prepared
Never
for
gonna.
class tonight. Then we have so okay, wait, you missed this while you were gone, but Dior Cruise 2025 is trending.
Dior cruise.
Yeah, like
Christian Dior.
yeah. Would you want to go on a Dior cruise?
No. I can smell that cruise. It's going to be all perfume and expensive bags.
It's possible.
Okay, go ahead. What
And
else
then
we got?
there's okay, Roaring was trending. I don't know why.
No.
I love the Ed Hardy stuff that's out. Rod Stewart is trending. Do you know what Rod Stewart did?
I don't know what Rod Stewart did, but he's Rod Stewart. How do you not like him?
Okay.
You know what? This is why I like Rod Stewart. Big Sam Cooke fan. Huge Sam Cooke fan. Wanted to be Sam Cooke. And his stuff with his faces and stuff. Yeah, so good.
And of course we hashtag Hookah Bob. Dude, he just was like, hey, I'm gonna be there in 3 hours. We're like, what? He's like, and he just came and he was such a sweetheart and we just had such a great conversation. And it was a good time. It was I love him.
He's
I
one of
love
us.
you guys.
He's one of us.
But isn't
really
it wasn't it cool? Like you guys have been in the chat, you've chatted with Hookah Bob, night after night he's been here. Wasn't it cool to put a face with it? I'd love to have all of you guys on. If you're ready to do it, let us know. Of course, maybe don't do it in the lightning. I'm really worried about him.
He's fine. Look at the rain is just over part of Cape Coral. He's not even going in the same direction.
I'm so worried about him right now.
I told him to text us when he gets home, like a good boy.
Okay, or come back. Can you text him?
Look, he's going up here, and there's this little blob. He's going up 75. Boom,
all right.
Boom. So he's good.
The mom and me worries. And then I see a note. Isn't there a huge DEI included with kids in education? That's my concern. I know many gays and love them and support them, yet vehemently deny what we're pushing on innocent kids. Are they the same? I would argue that the gay community is the people that I know in the gay community, and of course, let's let Tracy speak for all the gays. Oh, Nolan's here.
We have another spokesperson.
No, Nolan says hi, you guys, on the projector in my apartment. LOL.
I'm huge.
Do you see our shirts? Free mom hugs, free dad hugs. We did. So our son Nolan's here. He's gay, and then of course our friend Tracy is here and is gay. As members of the gay community, I would like you to speak on the topic of sexuality in school for children. What do you think they're doing? What do you think they should be doing? What do you think they're not doing? I think different schools are handling it differently. My daughter went to school in Scituate, and there were some very direct questions asked about her sexuality at a very young age. She was only in 6th or 7th grade, and they asked her about her sexual preferences. I'm like, why does the school need to know that? I feel like
no, that was probably actually they shouldn't ask at any age.
It's none of their fucking business.
I don't care if they're 12th grade or
I shouldn't ask you. I shouldn't even ask my friends. I mean, of course, I ask everybody
about
everything, but
a few of you,
some of
you
you
go flag waving and whatnot. Marching,
we encourage
wanting equality.
And then
how dare you?
Nolan says, I think kids should figure it out themselves, to be honest. And Nolan loves our shirts. Oh, sweet. I'm so glad.
That's good.
Yeah, I think kids should figure it out for themselves too. But I definitely want to ask you guys what you think. And then of course, Trace says potential.
Oh, the Christian Dior
pretentious cruise much. Yeah. It would be a pretentious cruise.
Why do cruises are inherently trying to be pretentious?
You know what's pretentious is not a cruise. Renting a yacht is pretentious. And I plan to do it one day when we get rich.
Rent a yacht?
Off the podcast.
We're not going to the Mediterranean because apparently orcas are ramming those boats and sinking them. I don't want any part of the orcas.
I know. I've got 2 of you that can't swim. I have to choose which one to save. We're going on the Muck Sticky Cruise. By the way, if you guys are free, June 29th, the Muck Sticky Cruise, 4-hour tour. Oh my God, could you imagine?
On a boat with Muck Sticky.
Can you imagine if we go on a 4-hour tour with Muck Sticky and Hookah Bob?
It's gonna be,
and it runs aground and we live on an island together? That would be so much fun.
Speaking of orcas today, I found this little tidbit today. Let me share the screen. Boom, boom. Orcas off the coast of Chatham, Massachusetts. Look at that. That's crazy Free Willy shit up there.
I don't know if that's good or not. And then over here we have Anne says the questions were worse today. Nolan, I agree, but am aware of what they say are currently pushing. Yeah, I will say that the questions that my daughter Noelle was asked, and she's class of 2019, the questions that she was asked in 7th grade were completely inappropriate.
But I will say this, right? Those were inappropriate. Go ahead, finish your thought.
If I had been in a position, to pull her out of school at the time, I would have. I was really upset about it. And then Christy says,
Christy.
Matthew is making me watching you. You don't have to watch if you don't want to, girl, but we do have a good time. Hookah Bob was just here. We absolutely love him.
He was good.
Christy,
but welcome.
But we are glad you're here. We love everybody.
I will say this to piggyback on your point. We're getting down a rabbit hole, which I don't want to necessarily go into. But DEI is inclusion. It's and here's the thing: whether they ask a seventh grader or a sixth grader for sexual preference, that's wrong. I don't think it's anybody's business, and that's pretty close, folks. But I don't think I think when you get into dicey areas like pushing, I don't think any school is pushing people to be gay or trans. I don't think that's happening in America.
But here's the thing, and Nolan could speak to this because he's the youngest person here. And actually Nolan and I have talked about it, that there's kids that are gay, and then there's kids that are like, oh,
fake gay.
Wouldn't it be cool to be gay this week? Because they think that they're going to be somehow special and they're going to be treated differently, or they're going to be treated special. So I think that there's all kinds of crazy fucking situations that happen in this world. People influence their children are influenced to do terrible things by adults, period. That happens. Absolutely happens in the world that we live in.
Yeah.
And there's definitely some things that I question in education without knowing a specific circumstance. I can't say, right? That's true of any circumstance. I have a problem with if I were a parent and had children in school in Scituate, Massachusetts, I would not want my children to be part of the sex ed program. And I have a lot of problems with the education that happens there. My kids went through that school system, so I can speak intelligently. But I had also planned to homeschool my kids all along. It just didn't work out that way. Divorce and all that fun stuff. And then Matthew says, maybe we should call him Sparky Bob. I'm like genuinely concerned.
No, he's good. All the storms are off the coast. And
so maybe he got out just in time, and we're going to get struck by lightning.
Like he's
and
got
clear. Will be fine.
He looks like he's got fairly clear sailing.
You say so. Tracy says kids do talk and figure stuff out. Yeah, nobody told me how to get off. I'm a fucking listen. They taught us I went to Catholic school, right? So they taught us birth control. They taught us abstinence, all that whole. But they never taught you that sex should feel fun. You think Catholic school and I went to public school for a couple of years too. They didn't tell you that sex could be enjoyable. They didn't talk about masturbation. They didn't talk about, and don't get me wrong, I didn't need somebody to teach me that. And I didn't you figure it out. And I think the bigger issue is the way that people talk to children about sex is really the bigger issue, because they bring their own hangups or their own judgments or their own shit
I can see that. Yeah.
Table. And I don't think that people are necessarily, I don't think they mean to be nefarious. I think that people just, they're doing what they think is right for, whatever reason. But for me, I want my kids to go to school to learn reading, writing, and arithmetic. And that is it. And there's so many things that the schools should be teaching kids that I don't think that they are. And like, for example, how to pay your taxes, how to avoid taxes, how to maintain your health, how to grow your own food, how to eat healthy, how to maintain a home. There's so many things that kids are not learning in school that I think are far more important than, hey, Timmy, this is how you do butt stuff. That's a clip. And she says, I do not think that the education system should not, but I feel like they teach their agenda versus the old sex ed class we took back in the day. A lot of kids are trying to figure themselves out. She says, right, exactly. They just speak their truth and not necessarily the facts. Yeah. So, I think
hopefully we're giving the kids room to figure out what they want and that if they want something other than the norm, that they're still okay and they're not bad people or bad kids or need to be fixed.
I think that I think sex needs to be taught to children at an age appropriate level. And that would be obviously when you're talking to a little kid and they see their mom naked or their dad naked, you explain what the parts are. Where did babies come from? Oh, well, when a mommy and a daddy love each other very much, God puts baby in a tummy. Okay. Later on, we get into the mechanics of it. But, everybody catches their kid touching themselves at some point, and you say, it's okay to do that, but you just do it when you're by yourself in your bathroom or in your bedroom. And then of course, as they get older, teaching them, about biology and the risks of pregnancy and, of course, STDs.
So Tracy says, exactly, they speak the truth, not necessarily the facts. And she says that I agree with also, Doug. So yeah, I think we're all on the same page. We just, we have a little different way of getting there. My kids are in private school. My 18-year-old just graduated. Congratulations. High school with many college credits. Public school sucks around Nashville. Yeah, well, we're sorry.
I think that there's issues with schools all around the country. I think I think so much is just not the way I want it to be. And that's why I want to start a hippie commune and live with you guys on it. What?
I thought there was going to be a big clap of thunder over our head, but it wasn't.
I don't know. So that's just what I think. But I'm always curious as to, hear different perspectives about things. That's why I try to have as many friends.
No, absolutely. I think that I don't know. I think that they're just all these sort of agendas and stuff thrown out there that people kind of glom onto that aren't rooted in 100% fact. And I think every school is different. And I think and here's the other thing. But to
say things aren't rooted in fact, I mean, I sat here and talked to you about my daughter's school and the questions that they asked her about her
sexuality.
But
they were not pushing an agenda on your child. They were asking inappropriate questions. There was
a lot more to it than there was a lot more to that. It wasn't appropriate at all. It wasn't appropriate at all.
No, I'm not saying it was appropriate. It was vastly inappropriate. But I don't think that the person who said that.
But what I'm saying though is, if we're not there, we don't know. So let's not.
No,
I don't want to make a generalization one way or the other. I will tell you that the Scituate Public Schools asked some very inappropriate questions and sent very inappropriate messages to young children. Period. I know that for a fact because I saw it with my own child. What do other schools do? I don't know. I'm not there. But I will say that I have issues with a lot of things that are happening in every school in the country. And I have issue with, the whole concept of the school system in school systems. Rockefeller said, hey, I need people to work in factories. They designed schools. Like, you can look this up specifically to teach people to follow orders, conform, and work in a factory. So it's not like they're in there for the well-being of your kid. Like, oh, I want to teach this kid how to live a happy, healthy, successful life. No, we want to teach you to follow along and do exactly what everybody else does. So I feel like my job as a parent or a friend or a member of the community or of society is to say, hey, listen, whatever is right for you is right for you. Who gives a fuck what anybody else says? Have information. Be surrounded with the right people who are going to love you and also kick you in the ass sometimes, because sometimes you need it. And I don't know, just.
Well, that was another point that I was going to make. It's like, if you're doing your job as a parent, right, you're either going to hold the school responsible for what they're doing or teaching or whatever, or the appropriateness thereof, or you're going to have an influence over your child or help answer those questions in a healthy way.
But here's the problem. So your kids go to school.
Yeah.
And, you think that your kids are going to school to learn, whatever, but they spend the majority of their time at school. You only have, literally, once your kid is in school full time, which is like maybe it depends on the town you're in. It could be kindergarten, could be first grade, could be that they're 5 or 6 years old. And suddenly they're at the time where they're learning the most, right? They're picking up on everything. And they're in the hands of the public schools. And I would argue that a lot of what happens, and I know this happened with my own children, was undermining of the parents. I felt like I was undermined as a parent on a regular basis by the school system. I felt like it was a problem all the way until my daughter graduated. As a matter of fact, one of my daughters had an IEP and all kinds of accommodations, and the school never fucking followed them. An IEP, they're legally required to follow.
Legally binding document.
They did not follow it. And I know countless special needs parents who have dealt with this, but I just have a lot of problems with things that are happening in education. I think teachers their hands are tied by the administration. I think it's all about, it's big business, and it's not the teacher's fault. It's not the student's fault, but I do have some issues with the administration and the curriculum and just how it's done. I would rather see people come together. I want to live in a world where, where parents can, a parent can stay home with the children. I want to live in a world where, parents have time, because most people can't afford to have a parent stay home anymore. Mm-hmm. And people for how many years have been looked at as total weirdos for homeschooling their kids. But the numbers, when you look at homeschool kids and you talk, and like the big thing used to be about socialization.
Mhm.
Like, oh, they're not going to be socialized. Have you seen what happens in public school? Do you feel like there was positive socialization going on
Now or then?
ever? Children are,
Yeah, there was positive and negative.
There's positive and
and in
negative.
life, like it's the same in life.
but if
It's-
I am a parent, I mean, and look at how many times, like my daughter was assaulted on the school bus. The school did nothing. The school did nothing. If I am in a homeschooled world and I can expose my children to different people, and of course, different people, different environments, but I'm also there. And I also know where I'm bringing them and who I'm bringing them around. And if something happens that makes me uncomfortable as it relates to my child, maybe somebody says something I don't agree with or their behavior is inappropriate, I can take my child aside and say that. When your kid is going to public school, they're there all day long, you don't know what's being said to them. And I had one of my daughters was actually assaulted by a teacher. She was like physically assaulted, grabbed by a teacher. It was a big deal. And did they do anything? We got an apology. Teacher still has a job. That's a whole other story.
So let's get
Your
back.
comments.
All right. So Matthew was joking about the shared bathroom. We kind of got off that topic and went on to the education. We should not be teaching to a test. We need to teach real world things like how to cook, cursive writing so they can read their rights, balancing a checkbook, how to fix things, and taxes. And they need to know, actually, they should be taught how to learn as well, because then they're going to go on.
That's the thing. They don't want them to learn anymore. They want them to take a standardized test and comply.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think things have taken a turn. I think the standardized test was probably a good idea back when, like maybe the 40s or something, but now it's people are teaching to the test. It's like anything. It's everybody just does just enough to get
money.
by.
It's a money grab,
and it's
too.
about money. And especially when you talk about IEPs and some of these things, it's like
money.
It's about money, because if you can't teach this kid to an effective manner, the laws are there that you would have to pay for an outplacement, and outplacements are expensive. Ask me how I know. Stacy is speaking facts about why schools were created. Conform for the industry that needs you. And why
do you think they cut art programs and music programs in schools? Because they don't want you to get into art or music.
Too late. Schools are failing kids today. And Matthew says it's been real hard, but my wife hasn't worked since she was 4 months out from our firstborn. I'm very proud of it. Yeah,
you should be.
It's I see so many people that are 2-income families, and everybody's working, and the kids are in after school, and then the kids are in every sport, and it's like, and a lot of that stuff is just done for just to keep the kids busy and occupied, and out of the parents'
and part
hair.
of it too is that if the kids are in school all day, then 2 parents can work and 2 parents can pay taxes.
Yeah.
Courtney's here and she says, I just homeschool my kids. I know not everyone can, and we barely can, but we make sacrifices. Girl, I am so proud of you. I watch you every day, and you amaze me.
Yeah, I don't know how you.
She has 5 kids.
I can't even imagine that many kids running around needing me.
And she has this, she has bees, and she's making products, and she has her social media.
Yeah.
And they have a garden. Like she's really.
I shouldn't say that, because I managed through those years with my 2 kids, and then.
Yeah, but you only had 2.
Yeah, but 2 was different, and
not like 5.
I didn't
not
homeschool
like homeschooling them. So I would argue that I knowing what I know about, so everybody got what they thought was a dose of homeschooling during COVID. People thought that was homeschooling. They thought that they were homeschooling, and the reality is that's not homeschooling, because what happened during COVID is kids were like watching the television.
Teletubbies.
They were watching not the television, the computer. They'd be on Zoom calls or whatever, but it was just busy work. They learned. Yeah, it was very little. It was terrible.
I think COVID sort of exposed and like
how little kids are learning in school.
How little effectiveness the learning is or needs to be, and like I think they just said, all right, it's just too hard. Yeah, fine. You don't have to make up the time.
But the thing is that people that I know that homeschool their kids, like they're spending an hour or 2 on school, like when they feel like it. They make their own schedules and they're doing it all year, and it's not. You think, like, I think if you've sent your kids to traditional school or you've seen traditional school and it's all you think, okay, so I'm going to spend 8 hours a day homeschooling my kid. No, you wake up when it's good for your family. You do what's good for your family, and you're able to make education out of everything that you do on a daily basis. and your children are learning practical life skills and they're learning your values. And of course, many states have requirements as to what they have to, they have to test, or they have to pass standardized testing, or some states you just have to demonstrate the curriculum. The laws vary by state. You have to look into it. But I would argue that it's a lot easier than people think it is, especially as the kids get older, because they can do like online schooling.
So Courtney says, and they just started kids right back up in the grade that they would have been in it. Crazy. So this is one thing I learned in Boston. In Boston, you can't dump snow in the ocean, because if you pick it up off a street, it might have oil in it or some pollutants, and you can't put the pollutants in the ocean.
Yeah.
Unless, because it's a felony. It's like, they'll ticket you. I don't know if it's a felony, whatever, but you can't do it. They'll ticket you, whatever. Unless there's a lot of snow and you have nowhere to put it, then you can put it in the ocean. So that's where it felt like you have to teach your kids to this certain degree, and then unless there's COVID, and then just whatever. But I tell you, they will push kids through, and there are kids graduating without. Yeah.
And she said, yes, you really have to rewire your mind when you was a public school kid and then decide to homeschool. It's so different. Really, it is. And I see people are doing unschooling, people are doing online schooling. There's a lot of options out there. And I would argue that if you're in a position to homeschool, and by the way, even with being a single mom and working with 4 kids, I would have been able to do it had I had support. I didn't have support. And of course, my ex was not in support of it. I have a friend.
I would have supported you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I have
in some way.
I have a friend whose kids were homeschooled, and when she got divorced, that ex pulled the rug out from her under, and she wasn't able to homeschool her kids anymore. And it was,
they had to go to school.
Absolutely devastating to her, and difficult for her kids, but they're doing great now, and that's great. But she was really concerned. She wanted to spend as much quality time with her children as possible, which I completely agree with. And she wanted to make sure that they were educated in every way, and she wanted to make sure that they were thought to think for themselves. Say what you will about my little friend.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
Oh, it's actually kind of good, but she is she genuinely cares about people, genuinely an amazing person, and those kids would have truly benefited by continuing to be homeschooled by their mom. And so yeah, I have some issues with what's happening in education and the world around us. I just want everybody to know there's support out there. It's way easier than you think it is. Look at Courtney doing it with 5 kids, and she's still got some hanging off her titties.
Oh,
it's like the one.
And well, those kids aren't in school yet, so
some of them are. Well, the one hanging off her, but the other ones aren't in school because she's home. They're not in school. She homeschools them, so she's over here like doing her social media, and she got the one baby on the titty, and she's like, "Hey, do your math rubric." And she's watching our podcast. So
she still finds the energy to join us every night. So she is one of our heroes for sure. Well, that kind of went down a rabbit hole.
That's okay. We enjoy a good rabbit hole. So Rod Stewart was trending, and I have no idea why.
I don't know either.
I think he's doing some sort of a tour situation. But was Rod Stewart ever because there's people that love him. Was he cool at one point?
Rod Stewart was always kind of like the uncool cool guy. But I think I like him a lot. Rod Stewart reunites with all 8 kids and son Liam's wedding.
Oh, that's what it was. And I've got a picture of him here dancing in the kitchen with a napkin.
See, you gotta love him. You gotta love him.
He's kind of cool for an old guy.
Yeah, you gotta love him. I mean, he's put out a lot of great stuff. He's put out some crap, but he's
tell me some songs of Rod Stewart that I would like. All I could think
Maggie
of is
May.
Yeah, I don't know that. I know about the Do You Think I'm Sexy? Isn't that the Billy Tibbetts song?
Yeah, Do You Think Hot Legs? Tom Jones did a version of Hot Legs that just blew it out of the water, but Hot Legs is a good song. He did that Forever Young. He did People Get Ready with Jeff Beck.
So he's done some stuff. I would just like to offer a point of clarification. Courtney says, I have only 1 left on the tit, 3 in school. Well, the one, maybe you could write some the ABCs on your titty so the baby can learn.
Yeah. It's not too young.
A, B, C, D, E, F.
That's all.
No?
Yeah.
All right. And then I just wasn't prepared.
Yeah, we're not prepared, but it was been good. We had a lot of folks.
Cyndi Lauper
turn up.
Did you look up Cyndi Lauper tickets by chance?
No, I didn't. I don't even know when she's coming. She just announced a tour, so it's probably expensive.
Well, if it's final tour, they always...
I got to tell you, Cyndi Lauper had a lot of good songs. I don't think she wrote all of them, but I think the ones she did write, I think she wrote like True Colors and things like that inspired the pride flag. And then,
oh, it did?
Yeah, we talked about this on the podcast. Talked about it on the podcast. So then, but she had, like some of her early stuff, Money Changes Everything, was fantastic. And then she did that Prince.
That bad.
She did the Prince song on the.
Where's the stage?
I would assume the stage is over here.
But why wouldn't they put it there?
I don't know. So how much are floor seats for that?
Floor seats are $199.
$199 for floor.
That's really seems like it should be
$230 for load seats. I bet $199 is the back of the floor. Click on the floor, see what happens. Floor TBD, $199. Oh, floor row 11, $521.
Front row seats to Cyndi Lauper would be $874. I'm not paying that to see Cyndi Lauper.
But yeah, she's had a lot of stuff.
I mean, I like her, but I don't. Yeah. I can't justify $200 a ticket. Plus, you got your Ticketmaster fees on top of that.
I don't think she's anybody I would go out of my way to go see. But
even nosebleeds are $116. Oh, there's some.
If I saw her in a club, I think it would be a phenomenal time.
Yeah, but a massive venue, it's just crazy.
Yeah,
the cheapest tickets are like $85.
What was the Prince song she did? It just dropped out of my mind.
Anne says, I loved him. There was a guy who played him in Rockland, Mass. Freaking awesome. Yeah. So if you're not familiar with so there's
When You Were Mine was Cyndi Lauper hit, and that was a Prince song. Yeah.
So there was a guy in Scituate who was like an NFL player, NHL player, and apparently not had the best of lives, and had gotten into some trouble with the law, did some time in prison, did some more time in prison, ran for selectman in Scituate, did some crazy stuff. And he would do all these videos, and I think he still does them, called the Billy Big Time Show. And he's got people that are interested in what he does. And so one day he was singing If You Think I'm Sexy by Rod Stewart. And so we were driving through Scituate. We were
like the next day after we saw this video.
It was it was like a few hours later.
It was not very long.
We leave the house. We're going to brunch in Plymouth. And sure enough, on his bicycle, his license taken away, on his bicycle, yelling at us for going too fast. It's Billy Big Boy. And we put it on. And
like he started yelling at us for driving too fast because she was driving the Jeep or whatever. And then we realized who it was. And we're like, and it was like we could not have seen a bigger celebrity that week. Than
we're so the things that we are interested in that are celebrity, like that. I went fucking crazy for Muck Sticky. I went even crazier for fucking Hookah Bob today. By the way, he gave me a shitload of stuff. I'll be sharing it with my friends. Thank you. And I get excited about Donna. I get excited about Tracy. I get excited about you guys because
we're on a projector in my son's apartment right now. We're like 6 feet high.
I'm not that high. Hookah Bob gave me some Delta 8 and didn't do shit. But I only took 15 grams. So.
15 will probably put me at a sleep for a week.
I'm not feeling anything. But I only took one because we wanted to, like, that's the thing. You got to start small and work your way up. But I assure you, I will work my way up and I will be out of my fucking tree and I'll tell you all about it.
So Cyndi Lauper also acted. I did not know she acted in the show Bones. She is just great. I'm a huge fan. Yeah, she's
I know, I liked her and I liked her. She was on The Apprentice at one point.
She may have been, yeah.
She's done so many things. I loved her on Surreal Life. She's done a lot of great stuff that I really like. I don't love that she's hawking pharma. I just don't like that. So I don't think we should have pharma advertisements.
Matthew says Muck Sticky is pretty cool, and Dolly and Twain will make me starstruck though. If I saw Dolly, I would lose my shit.
I don't know that there's anybody who wouldn't lose their mind if they met Dolly, because even if you're not a Dolly fan, like she opens her mouth and you're like, oh.
Yeah. Did you see the video this weekend? She was going into some premiere or something, and she saw some little girl with a sign, and she's like, "Come on over here." And the girl goes up, and they hold up the sign and stuff. She is, and there's certain starstruck people that are.
Last night when I met fucking Muck Sticky, he was like walking by, and I'm like, "That's Muck Sticky,"
and he's in like a little full getup,
and he's like, "Yeah,
I like your hair, and
I like your hair, and I love your Jeep," and I'm like, "I love you, Muck Sticky."
So.
I really wanted to run over and be like all groupie-ish on him and like, but I resisted the urge.
But you didn't resist the urge right then.
I didn't think I would smack him with the titties like I did with you. I was just like, Oh my
So
God.
Matthew says I wouldn't be able to speak. I could probably still talk if I met Sticky. Sticky's a good dude.
He's so nice.
He
He's
very
so nice.
very like just like
The
some
bonsai
dude.
guys were awesome too, but
Bonsai,
we really love the
Rhythm
Rhythm
Indians-
guys. Those
guys are
guys
great.
really cool.
Love to have them on the show. I'm trying to remember if anybody I was really starstruck. Oh, Adam West. I met Adam West, Batman. Holy shit, starstruck does not even begin. Like this guy was like a legend, and it was just crazy. But yeah, I not that many people. If I met them, I would be like, because I've met most
You've
of the
met a
people
lot
that
of
I've always wanted.
celebrities.
But I did meet a guy that met Sam Cooke once, and I'm like, oh shit, tell me everything. And I was just
everything.
like, I was
That's like me when Michelle was here and she had met Jeffrey Dahmer. I was like,
Oh,
tell
yeah,
me
yeah,
everything
very
about
much
Jeffrey
the same.
Dahmer.
But my thing is like I died a year. Sam died a year before I was born, so like I didn't share the planet with him. And then it was like, here, like here's a connection to somebody that like saw him
2
in the
degrees.
flesh. How tall was he? What did he say?
2
What was he like?
degrees.
And it's crazy. Yeah. So like, and then there's people you meet that are that are not that great.
I haven't had a celebrity run in that wasn't somebody that wasn't that great, but I'm not like that excited about celebrity. Like I just like to meet people and hang out with them.
I'm more
And to
interested
me,
in what they're really
Joanne-
like.
Well, yeah, but you don't really see what people are really. I mean, you don't even really like. They don't know what we're really like. By the way, as Hookah
Yeah,
Bob
I'm
pointed
fake.
out, Doug is on his best behavior on the podcast, and I'm
It's not
ridiculous.
true.
You're not.
No, it's not true.
What was the song you were just singing?
I would not like to talk about the song.
See.
That's a private song
Bad-
between me and my
bad boy.
guitar.
And he says, I'm just not as attracted to him though. No, I can see that. I mean, listen, I'm not attracted to like, he's like skinny and young or whatever, but I'm attracted to energy.
Oh, I might be attracted. I might be starstruck with like somebody like Shakira or Selma Hayek or something like
well,
that.
we were talking about Muck Sticky, but sure. Yeah,
Oh,
you
okay.
just
I'm
start
sorry.
talking about those
Sorry.
people because you're horny by them.
I'm not
All right,
horny, but
so it's 9:30 and I am really not feeling so hot, but I
that's
do want to
the
run.
Delta 8 talking or whatever.
It could be. I just ask you guys if you can go on to us41radio.com and ask them to play Smiles Like the Sun, or if you like it. If you don't like it, then don't tell them.
If
never
you don't
play
like it,
again.
let me know. Actually, Hookah Bob's brother did not like Perfectville remix.
No, that's okay. He didn't. That's
It's all
fine.
right. He's a gay man. Did not like the Pride remix. Now I could see if you're like, oh, I'm this artist is pandering to the gay community.
Yeah.
I was just making some funky funk for everybody to listen to.
Well, it was actually the suggestion of our friend Billy
Yeah.
from Peru. You guys have heard us talk about him.
he is gay. In
He was going to
fact,
come on the podcast a couple times. He keeps flaking on us. And I will say that to his face. And so wait, what did you say?
something about he was gay. He approved the mix because he gave it the gay seal.
Well,
of
no,
approval.
he was the one. Yeah, he did give it the gay seal approval, but he was like, you should make this a Pride remix or a gay remix, a remix. I'll play it in all the gay clubs in Peru.
and that
But
gave
then
me the idea.
him the idea. But then what happened is we had all these homophobic people making all these statements in our town. We
And we got
decided
mad.
we were going to lean in
Like,
hard
Yeah,
to Pride.
we're going after this.
Because our son needs to know that everybody is going to love him regardless of what he does with his sex parts, which is no one's fucking business. And Tracy needs to feel loved regardless. And our friends at the Apava Corner and everybody. I want every single person on this planet to feel fucking loved. So if you need me to stand up for you, you're getting beat up on the playground, give me a call. I got you. And then
What are you gonna do? Smother him with your boobs?
I might. You never know. So if you the thing that's funny,
Likelihood is good.
I thought tonight's cartoon was particularly funny because I used the clip from the other night when I was crying.
Yes.
So-
Oh yeah. My
so-
wife cried when they played my song on the radio.
Because I'm so proud of him, and I like whenever somebody does something good for somebody else, it makes my day. And like I don't even know what to do when people are nice to me. Hookah Bob just brought us so much stuff. I don't even know what to do with it. Like there's so much stuff. We're gonna give some away.
All right. So today
give it
I had a
away.
little story
Please.
today. So we went to Costco today. So Stacy's not feeling that great, right? She can only
No,
do
I'm not.
short
I haven't
bursts
been
of
feeling well.
walking. So we had a game plan where she would go sit in the camp chair.
They moved
They
everything.
moved everything, so they don't like it's not
Fuckers.
like so. She sat in one of these like camp hammock chairs, and kind of tucked away. And so I went and did the shopping, and I was gonna circle back. So I circle back, and I come up. She's sitting in the chair, crying, looking at her phone. Like, are you crying? She says, yeah. Somebody graduated and put it on TikTok, and I'm like,
It was is that the one where the girl this girl graduated,
Are you
and
gonna
she
cry
had
again?
maybe she had on she was wearing like the black cap and gown, and then she got to the stage and she took it off and she had a pink cap and she did a dance and she got up there, and the dean at her school used her diploma and pretended to take pictures of her and stuff. It was adorable, and it just makes me happy when
That is
people are
very
kind to each other, and it makes me cry. And so that's
Speaking of being
corny, I
kind
know.
to each other, Randall says, "Sorry, y'all. I'll be on more soon. Just dealing with life." Well,
No
you
worries,
go take
baby.
care
We're
of yourself, Randall, and
We're
take care
praying
of
for
your
you.
life.
Everything's gonna turn around.
Randall's got
What
this.
did Matthew say?
And then Matthew said, he said, "I'll get with my people to get with your people. Maybe I'll get to drop by and shake hands before heading
Dude, come
home."
on by. Well, so we're south.
Yeah, you're
We're way south.
what is he, about 2 hours away? from
Yeah, he's
Lakeland?
in Tampa. So
I
wait,
thought
isn't
he was
SeaWorld up in Tampa?
No, SeaWorld is in Orlando, but I thought he said he was in Lakeland, which is a little closer, I think.
Maybe. You're
Um,
welcome to come by. We live in Cape Coral.
And Tracy says that's cute.
Although we do have people coming tomorrow.
We don't know what the hell's
Tom's
going on.
coming. He's bringing a friend.
Tom is back.
Back
Bring
again.
a friend.
So I was crying while we do the podcast, and so we always use a screenshot to make the cartoon from the last episode to make the cartoon for the current episode. So
Davenport. That's probably a solid 2.
Davenport's right next to Disney.
Yeah, but it's
You are in the wrong part of the state. Come down in a separate trip.
2.5, 3.
So this is
later.
a cartoon, and it just looks like you're being so mean to me. I'm like, just make whatever you want. And you're like, I don't want to make anything. It looks like I'm crying. And the reality is, I was crying, but that's not why. But I thought that was really fucking funny. So
It is pretty
I
funny.
shared
But she
it.
was crying when my song came on the radio.
I said, I'm a sap. What can I say? And then he says, worth the drive. Oh, Matthew, come on down. So tomorrow, Tom's coming with some random guy. We were going to try to go to the beach, but we didn't get any work done today. So we're going to have to work
We don't know
tomorrow.
what the hell's going on.
Professor Pineapple interview got moved
Oh
off
yeah,
to
yeah.
Wednesday.
Professor, we got to interview him, and then because we've learned that we need to kind of do a little bit of pre-show prep on the interviews and on the guests.
Well, and just we usually do pre-show prep, but tonight we were staying out.
Oh yeah,
so we were really prepared
we were
for
hanging
class.
out.
So
She's taking Delta 8 or whatever, and although we thought that the Delta 8 was synthetic, but it's actually just derived from.
I think it
cannabis,
is.
that right?
I've got to look some
I
more
don't
into
know.
it. So we played FMK with Daphne. And
from Scooby Doo. You did Scrappy Doo.
Well, I did 2 different ones. First, I did Velma, Daphne, and Scrappy Doo.
Yeah.
Mary Fuck Kill.
You're gonna make me kill the dog, aren't you?
Yes.
Um,
Shout out to, is that Villain Boy 52 over on TikTok? Thank you.
I can't read that. Villain Boy. Yeah. What's up?
And then so I said that I would F Daphne, marry Velma, and get rid of Scrappy Doo because I found him to be annoying.
Oh yeah, he was annoying.
I'm not that I'm a fan of, you shouldn't with the dogs. I mean, who doesn't love dogs?
I'm wondering if Villain Boy would enjoy my original song, Rock and Roll Villain, which is on my album.
Oh, dude, check it out. It's a song.
Yeah, go to YouTube and type in Rock and Roll Villain, Doug Gear, and you'll hear our punk rock version of my song, and you might dig it.
Or you could even
if you're villain enough.
Rock and Roll Villain, and you just
if you're on TikTok, you can.
It's on there, and you can make a video
Rock
there.
and Roll Villain.
Becca says, "I'm gonna watch you on YouTube, girl. It's just marital hate."
And then said you couldn't find us. Yeah, so.
It's www.maritalhate, or sorry, www.youtube.com/@maritalhate, MARITALHATE.
So I will say this, that TikTok has just told us, great job. You've been live for 90 minutes. Don't forget to take a break. See, this is the thing she doesn't understand. She says, yip, 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 yip,
No,
cry,
but tonight
yip,
we weren't
yip, cry,
prepared.
yip, yip.
Normally we're doing some
Yell.
sort of hilarious nonsense. Now we have like one person watching. We're not as funny as usual
And
because we weren't prepared for class.
Matthew says, your songs are super great.
Oh,
I listen.
buddy.
Thank you for doing that. Listen, that's what I made them for enjoyment. And no, I want people to listen to them, and I hope they get under your skin.
So
and
you
listen
didn't
to
answer
them
the question. Which one do you want to marry, fucking kill?
By
the way, if you're not following us on TikTok, Twitter, we're on all the places. Not all of them, but a lot of them. TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube.
I think I'm gonna kill Scrappy Doo.
Yeah, because he's annoying, right?
I'm gonna fuck the dykey chick because it's not like.
I don't think you're supposed to say that.
I know that, but I'm just saying, she's a cartoon dykey chick. What am I supposed to do about it?
You're not supposed to say that.
I'm not supposed to say she's a dykey chick.
Stop saying dykey chick. You're not supposed to say that. I think that
All
was.
right.
Tracy, speak up for all the lesbians. Is
It
Doug
was
in
damn
trouble?
funny.
Is
I'll
Doug
tell
in
you that
trouble?
much.
Is Doug in trouble? We love
All
everyone.
right, so I'm gonna take care of her
She is
because
giving
she
lesbian
probably needs some.
but I'm telling
some
you, she's
dicking.
giving lesbian vibes. That's why I'm going to marry her.
And then yeah.
Velma seems, Daphne seems high maintenance.
Well, Daphne is high maintenance, but she'll solve a crime. She will solve
They
a crime.
they both solve crimes. All right, let me ask you this. And by the way, our not a lot of people commented on this one. I did. I said that I wanted to. I told you what I wanted to do, and I already told you on the podcast. Yeah. So, would you rather travel only by train or only by boat?
You get more places by boat, but then you're gonna miss a whole. Like if I want to go to California, I gotta go through the Panama Canal to get there, so that kind of sucks.
Do you really want to go to California?
Boat. Where do I want to go on boat? I don't know. That's a tough one. I would have. God, I hate being on boats. I gotta go train. I'll go train. Final answer.
Train is your final answer. I'm going boat all the way. Boat because then I'm always near the water, and I prefer the water.
All right. So Tracy is not a big fan of Dyke.
Yeah. See. Say you're sorry.
I'm sorry.
Say you're sorry.
If you were a cartoon, I would. Never mind. All right. So that I don't want to offend anybody, but it's got like I don't like. You
don't like the R word.
I don't like the R word at all.
Yeah, but I don't think that anybody
Butch,
likes that word.
I could say Butch. She is Butch. Wouldn't you say that Scooby-Doo lady is Butch?
And
we have to pray for Bob's ride home before you sign out.
Yeah, we have been. Yeah.
I told him to text us when he gets home. He said he should get home around 10:30, so he should.
Hopefully
we're good. There's no rain between here and there, so
he should be okay. So then I did Scooby, Shaggy, and the other guy, Fred. Fred's the blonde guy.
Fred's the blonde guy. Ugh.
So I went with I said Zoinks. I went with F Shaggy, marry Scooby, and kill the blonde guy. Besides, half the time they pull his mask off and he's the killer.
No, they don't. That's just the old guy. I think you might have to. I don't know, that Shaggy's skinny ass neck creeps me out a little bit, so I might have to kill Shaggy. Here's what I'm gonna do: kill Shaggy, fuck Fred, and marry the dog. Marry Scooby-Doo, because like we both like snacks. We like like whatever, and he has like like that's kind of funny. I think I could be down with that.
Yeah.
Look at Shaggy. Like, how old is Shaggy in this cartoon? He looks like he's 58 years old. That's me.
He's a pothead and he's dehydrated. If you're a pothead, it's really important
he's
that
got
you drink
like
plenty
a
of
couple whiskers. Gross.
Professor Pineapple's here. Professor Pineapple, we are not having the best night tonight. We didn't get to do our show prep tonight. We didn't get to do our show prep. We just kind of wing it. We had a fantastic guest. As a matter of fact, he sent us these lovely water bottles. And I got one coming for you.
Oh, we got a special one.
And by water bottle, I mean it's a bottle that you put your ice in.
You put ice in it,
and you put your tea, and you can drink your tea.
You breathe in through your mouth.
And so anyway, we're gonna bring you one.
Excellent.
And all of the lovely gifts that Hookah Bob brought us.
She's not a fan, but it means it just feels negative. No, I didn't mean anything negative by it.
Yes, but
it sounded negative, and I apologize for that.
That's Doug would never want to hurt anyone ever. That's just not who he is. And then of course, would you rather switch body with your ex or switch your body with your grandma?
Oh, grandma, sure.
Really?
Yeah, riddled with cancer. One was riddled with cancer, and one had a hump.
So I mean,
and was 4'11".
It's actually funny because we get these NGL messages sometimes. So we have this thing called NGL. It's over on Twitter. If you go on our Twitter X, whatever you want to call it, it's called NGL, and you can send us anonymous messages. So we've gotten some anonymous messages, and one of the people asked what the names of our exes were. And we're like, the only people that would ask that is our exes.
I don't know. Yeah, we're not giving anybody ammunition for anything. And what is the point? Why would you?
But my point is, I still don't want to. I'm not going to name any specific reasons, but I don't want to switch bodies with my ex. Thank you, Grandma.
So Platty is here. We missed you, Platty. You're caught us here at the end. He was out with a friend. Look at that. Platypus is out, glowing in the glow under the black light. It was all good.
So I'm going to answer some of the NGL questions.
Okay, bring them.
How are you feeling today? That was 4 days ago. I don't remember how I was feeling 4 days ago.
But today?
Every day is kind of a crapshoot. I haven't been feeling that well today. Thank you for asking. But it really helped me to see my friend Hookah Bob. It just made my day. and it makes my day to see you guys. And Doug's song, we heard it on the radio 2 times
We
today,
did.
so
It was
I'm
a lot of fun.
really excited about that. And we got to the house, we get to go to Costco, which is my favorite place.
We
made
met
friends. It
Joanna.
was good.
Yeah.
And then of course, why doesn't your crush like you back? Because your crush is fucking stupid. That's why, because your crush is fucking stupid. Or maybe they like you. And you
Or are
don't
they
know.
asking you why your crush doesn't like you back?
Well, it's interesting that you should say this. So there's all these comments. So what's your favorite song? One of them said, "My friends have a crush on you."
My friends have a crush. On
Okay, so
you.
it was written with a U at the end, which makes me think it was a younger person.
Mm,
So
You don't
we're
know.
old. We're old. I don't know why your friends have a crush on us. We're old and we're boring and we never leave the house.
my bones creak
But
when I walk.
I just like went like this. Woo! Just another shirt. You thought you were gonna get
Ah!
one. I did do a puppet show of my tits the
She
other
did.
night. That's the
She
most
did.
you're
It was
getting.
very
Go back
funny.
and watch the clips. And then of course someone asked, what's your favorite song?
There's too many to name.
I'm gonna go with right now, Smiles Like the Sun, although I
Oh.
do love the Pride remix. I don't know if you guys noticed, but the opening to Marital Hate has been replaced with a Pride remix and a Pride message because we're trying to support the gays. I think you're pretty awesome. Thank you, whoever said I
Oh.
think you're pretty awesome.
It's not really a question.
I wish we were friends like before. I don't know who said that. My door is open. You want to be my
Yeah,
friend?
you want to be a friend?
But I want you to
come
know.
groveling.
I want you to know. I have, by the way, special edition is there over
What's
on
up,
YouTube.
Special?
I have to say that my door is open. I have been very busy lately, and sometimes people think that I'm mad at them or I'm not talking to them. I'm just really fucking busy. Like I just do nothing but, work. And Hookah Bob only got in front of us because he showed up at our
He
house.
did. He came here.
Showed up
Came to join
and
the fun.
and then I had someone say, "Who are your exes?" I'm not answering that. And then you can look it up if you really want to know. And I'm here for you. You were so special, and
Aw,
that made
that's
me
very
so
nice.
happy. So I like those things.
Yeah, those are good. It's funny. I'm trying to think if I have any ex friends that I really wouldn't at least entertain the idea of, like, hey, whatever. Sorry.
The problem with me is I
I can't really think.
the
of
problem with me is I have wicked ADD. So I get like super excited about something and somebody will talk to me like every day for a while and then I'll like get distracted by a shiny object.
Mm.
And I assume if my friends need me, they'll just message me or call me or whatever.
Yeah, people know how you get a hold of you.
I also have this like low key, and tell me if any of you guys feel this way. I have this like low key feeling that I'm annoying to everyone all the time and nobody wants to be my friend.
No comment.
Okay, that's not very nice.
I'm just teasing.
But I do. I feel like that nobody wants to be my friend. Like I always think people are mad at me and they're not necessarily mad at me. I go through these phases where I get straight up like nobody likes me. And then I think because I've had this happen in my life where like people who I thought were my friends weren't. I have this like low-key paranoia that like somebody's like not my friend and they're like talking shit about me or they're just like laughing at my page. It's like that's one of the hardest parts about the podcast because we're super
We're
super
putting it
real.
out there. We're putting it out there.
And
We don't care.
I've talked about some like childhood trauma, some sexual assault trauma. I've talked about
I have to bring my hideous face on the screen every
Doug
night.
has a
Look at that.
hideous- Yeah, look at hideous right there. Fuck him.
Hideous.
Everybody talks about how
Gross.
handsome you are. What a
Nobody
bitch I
ever says
am.
that.
That's true. I can
Nobody
show you
says that. Who says that?
Would you like to read the comments from the viewers?
Nobody's sending me any dick pics.
I asked for dick pics
Oh,
and I
that's
got
right.
some.
You
But
did.
no, hang on a second.
What,
You
what?
just totally dismissed my
What's that?
feelings. People have said that I look like Courtney Love and not in a good way.
Yeah.
People have said that I'm a nagging wife. Do you not remember any of the?
Oh yeah, no.
Has anybody ever said anything mean to you?
I don't know because
Never.
you get the emails.
Never.
You would
never.
you know, if we got a bad email to me, you wouldn't tell me. You'd be like, you know what?
You're
this-
in enough trouble.
he's
You had
too
that fight
sensitive.
with somebody on Courtney's wall where they like you
I said
made
something
a joke about
funny. It
Courtney's
was
virginity
very
and they were
funny.
like basically Doug made a joke about Courtney was talking about not having gotten the you know what. And Doug made a joke about
Like,
taking Courtney's virginity and some
it's-
woman was like,
said nobody.
why meing me?
Does anybody regret taking it? And nobody regrets not taking it. I go, are we talking about your virginity? And this lady went crazy, and I thought it was funny as
It
hell.
was funny as shit. And Courtney thought it was crazy. And then Platty says hard same. I don't know what that means. And then nope, I love you both. So just be you, and that would make me happy. Oh, girl.
Look at that. I think we
wish-
make Tracy happy, like regardless.
Girl, if I could be anybody
Yeah.
but me, I would do that in
Yeah,
a
no,
heartbeat.
I
And
would like to
then-
be a British gentleman.
So, okay, maybe you should do that. Should men look in women's purses?
Oh, I don't think a men's place is in a woman's purse.
But you go in my purse all the time.
Well, you tell me to get stuff out of it. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I
get
do the
it.
driving.
You don't
So
really have a
Doug's in the
purse,
passenger
though.
seat. I can't like really dig through because he's sitting on the passenger seat, and we don't have doors, and so he looks for things in my purse. I'm fine with it, but you guys.
Well, we genuinely don't have anything tied from each other. Period.
we're in each other's
Um,
phones constantly. We're in each
yeah,
other's
no.
shit constantly. Like we are like basically Siamese twins,
It's really weird.
connected through the private parts.
But
when-
that's the
when he's
weird
good.
thing. Like I don't think I've. Yeah, it's a weird connection that we have that I've never.
I'm
it's
grateful
not-
for it.
Yeah.
I will tell you this: it's 9:46, and I was just not prepared today.
9:46.
I'm exhausted. It's fucking Monday.
It's
Tomorrow
fucking
night.
Monday.
Tomorrow night, I think we may have guests again.
We might. We don't
may
know.
have
We
guests
don't know
again.
what we're gonna have. Day to day, you got to tune in and find out. You never know if there's gonna be a guy back there.
There's a guy back there.
There was a guy back there. When
In
we started the
any
show.
case, if you are interested in a water bottle,
Yeah, just email us.
email us at maritalhate@gmail.com and I will raffle it off. We'll give it to somebody.
Maybe
And
we'll
I-
raffle it live. Like all the people who want it, we'll just
Yeah.
we'll make a fish bowl with with actual fish in it, and we'll scoop one out. And if your name is on the fish,
we're gonna write names on fish.
yeah, it'll just be different. Trying to attract viewers.
He's such a goddamn
Let's see who was actually stopped by tonight. Randall, of course. Courtney, of course.
Cheryl,
Cheryl,
Go
Go Bills. Tracy, of course. Cindy Bennett,
and Joanne. Yeah, we
Joanne
knew
from
about
the
these.
from Costco. So we
You
had
know, all the people that were over Nation's Family, Ray's mom, Mike Worski, Redneck Genius, the Impulsive Duo, Tracy, Platty, Matt,
everybody.
Hookah Bob. Thank you so much for
Who
fucking
was
coming. I hope
here.
he's listening.
Uh,
Randall, Nicole, Trace,
Cindy was here
Ann,
before, which we already
Courtney,
talked about.
Cindy, we talked about. Nolan, of course.
Nolan was here.
Nolan, who's with you? Christy.
Yeah, what's going on over there?
Christy Fulkerson. Christy, please do not judge us by tonight's episode. It was not our best.
I
We were
didn't
just
even
not
see
prepared.
Christy. Oh, Christy did stop in. She was made forced into watching this.
Yeah,
show.
Cindy. I think. Is that everybody? Am I
Ann was
missing?
here.
Yeah, we got
Um,
Ann, Joanne.
Was anybody?
that's
Stephen
pretty
Gerber,
much
of
every-
course,
Stephen
with his
Gerber.
blind date.
Blind date
And then
did not
over
go
on
that well.
on TikTok, we had a ton of people come and go.
Rebecca.
They did. Becca came. Other than that, I know Audrey. What was the Audrey Redneck? Was it Redneck
I have no
Audrey or something
idea.
like that?
We are
um,
still figuring the TikTok of it
We're
all.
working on it.
This is the second time we went live on TikTok. We don't know what we're doing, but
We
we
don't
did
know what
just
we're
get a flag.
But we do know that we like you guys coming and we like doing the show.
We
So
appreciate
we're gonna
you.
be back tomorrow night.
And we like to wrap up every day with. Actually, I wanted to add a new segment.
New segment
And
coming.
I would like you guys to participate along. So, one of my favorite books is The Four Agreements by Miguel Ruiz, which I highly, highly, highly recommend. And you can get the audiobook; it's like an hour long. Listen to it on twice speed; it's a half hour long. So he talks about, human beings are the only people that beat themselves, like the only creatures that beat themselves up repeatedly. So, like
Right,
meaning, like
for
a panda
doing-
bear is not like, oh fuck, I shouldn't have said that in that meeting this morning. I'm a terrible person, and they carry it with them throughout their lives. So, as we look back on our day,
Yeah.
is there anything that you wish you had done differently?
I wish I hadn't said Dikey.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
And you apologize for it.
Apologize for it, and I moved on. But I just said it again. Am I
Cool.
trying to think? Yeah, no, I think it was. I think it was a pretty good day. I
So
think
it's actually really funny because our day, like, just totally got away from us. We were not in charge of our day at all.
but some days
um,
like that.
But I'm actually, and I was so stressed about all the stuff I had to do. And I feel like today came together the way it came together because God was like, stop, I'm in charge here. Stop doing what you're doing. With the busy work, you need to chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
So I did, and I got to see my friend Hookah Bob. I got to meet nice people at Costco. I got to see Joanna. There was that guy. He was little, but he had a nice ass. So I got my ass fixed for the week. He was so small.
I forget what
I
his
was
name
like,
is.
oh,
He
he's
was
like
John
a
or-
snack,
and-
and she was like, oh, he's gonna get a big head.
He
I'm
comes
like,
over, and this kid, he was like,
He's
he was
jacked.
short,
He's a
but
little
like
guy.
he was just jacked. I go, are you gonna pick me up and throw me out of this building? And he goes, if I need to, I will. And I go, will I be able to come back? He was like, once you're out, you're out. I'm like,
oh.
I go, but I love Costco a lot, so don't do that. And so it was really funny, but like
I missed all of
he
that.
was a funny guy. He took it in stride, and we were having a good time.
We always have a blast at Costco. I highly recommend it. I don't even. We were gonna do a Costco haul, but we were in such a hurry today. I don't even remember what we
did.
bought.
It's funny we didn't get that much, and it was crazy expensive.
So if I could have done anything better today, I would have maybe liked to have gotten up a little bit earlier and started work a little bit sooner. I probably could have gotten up about 45 minutes earlier. And I would have liked to have meditated this morning, which I did not do. But other than that, I feel really good about my day. And I would have liked to have been a little bit more prepared for the podcast. But honestly, I was having such a good time with Hookah Bob.
Hookah Bob was fantastic.
And I was so excited that he was here. I just wasn't super focused, but that's okay. We'll do better tomorrow. And we appreciate your patience, you guys, here night after night.
I think it's something else I would have done differently. I would have bought those chicken burgers that Christina told us about at Costco.
Christina recommends
these
the
chicken
organic
burgers
chicken
that have
burgers.
caramelized onions or something. They're really good.
And here's the other thing we learned: don't go to Costco on a Monday.
There's
nothing left from the
There's
weekend.
A lot of stuff that was missing.
Everything's empty.
Yeah, they got to wait.
And then the other thing, the other thing I would have done, I would have liked to have been prepared for the podcast. I would have liked to have been prepared for the podcast. I would have liked to have gotten up a little bit earlier and done some work.
I'd like to stop yawning.
And
I'm yawning.
I would like to have taken 2 gummies instead of the one that I took. Tracy says, I'm grateful for you both. I'm grateful for Beck. I'm thankful that although I have not gotten relief, I did eliminate, and now I know where I'm headed. And I'm grateful for brisket burgers for dinner.
Burgers.
Girl, do you
up
deliver?
There in Reeves Gabrels, Georgia.
If I could have done anything different today, I would have brought a sweatshirt to the hospital. Yeah, that'll make you cool. So what did you accomplish today, though? Because you can feel good about that. We went to Costco. We hung out with Hookah Bob.
We did.
We made friends with Joanna, and you made friends with a guy named Kyle.
Oh, Jeff.
Keith, Jeff.
Yeah.
We chatted with all the salespeople. I asked Trevor to help the lady with the water system with her phone because she was having problems. We made friends at a traffic light. Do you remember their names?
Kathy and
Heather.
Was it Heather?
I think so. The girls at the traffic light, we gave them a duck. I felt good about that.
Yeah, and a sticker.
Tried a new
Amanda
kind of
and
drugs.
Kathy.
Amanda and Kathy. We gave out some stickers. Got some presents from our friend. Hung out with our friend. Had a really
cleaned up
great
the house
chat.
a little bit. Threw some laundry in.
Feeling really good about it, and I'm
Stuff
so
like that.
grateful that we had such a productive day, despite it not going the way we planned.
Well,
But sometimes you plan and God laughs right in your fucking face, whatever your God happens to be. And then I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful that you made tacos for me and Hookah Bob. I'm grateful for Hookah Bob.
Everyone. Grateful for that Hookah Bob came down and brightened our day.
I'm grateful for all the people that come night
I'm
after
grateful
night
that we didn't get hit by lightning
during
during the podcast. That was good.
I'm grateful Hookah Bob was heading north of the lightning.
Randall's, I'm grateful I haven't ended myself yet. Well, that's always a good day when you make it through and you make it through the next day. I was able to meet all my new friends and family, or new family and friends. That's fantastic.
Randall, do you need to talk? If you need to, you can always reach out to me. You have my phone number, text me.
Or call a professional. She thinks she's a professional.
I don't necessarily think I'm a professional, but
you do give
there
good pep
are
talks,
people that care about you.
Yes.
There are people that care about everybody. And if you need help, I will do everything I can to support you.
And if you need more help, we'll help you.
By the way, that's not just for Randall.
that.
That's for everybody. A special spot for Randall. And I know you're having a rough time. You have been through it as of recent. But I'm here if you need to talk.
Yeah, you don't want to talk to me. I'd love to talk to you, but
He doesn't know what to do.
Daddy needs his sleep over here.
Well, and Mommy needs her sleep because she has a headache and she's super tired. So I love you guys. We're going to see you tomorrow. We'll be a little bit more prepared for class tomorrow. We'll have more guests, I think, maybe. And let us know what you think of the Pride remix. And
which we're, instead of the normal outro, we're going to show you the Pride intro again. And we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. Everybody, you guys are the best. See ya.